Welcome in to KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Coming to you live from West High School as we've got a region matchup here in Week 5. The Alta Hawks heading to the road to take on the West Panthers. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Moose Bingham. Moose, kind of interesting matchup tonight. West, Alta, we've seen both teams. Both can be very physical. Both have great athletes. Should be a heck of a battle tonight.
Well, what's crazy about this game, we can see that there's Division I talent littered all over the field. And what's even crazier is this is a region matchup.
Isn't that weird?
Like, when you said that, it kind of like clicked in my brain. I'm like, oh my goodness, the region title could be on the line tonight because both of these squads have phenomenal players from offense, defense, and especially on the special teams.
That kickoff could have been fielded, except we had a procedure penalty at the time of the kick, so we'll redo that.
So special teams, this is a key part of the game. Going back 5 yards and into the wind a little bit is going to make this kickoff so imperative that you got to try to get it in the end zone because a 5-yard penalty on a kickoff could mean disaster for the West High Panthers.
Yeah, this is the new Region 6 in 5A. Of course, West coming into this game, coming off their first win of the season, defeated Olympus in come from behind fashion. And meanwhile, for Alta, boy, they got off to such a good start this year. And lost last week to East, 10-7. So a lot riding in this early region matchup. You talked about potential for a region title. There's a lot of good teams in this region, but this one could go a long way towards these teams being in that hunt as we'll re-kick it here. And this one fair, even, fielded back at the 6. Oh, dropped. And Alta able to pick that up, and here come the Hawks on the return. Nice return up the middle, gets a good block up to the 20-yard line.
Even with the muffed kickoff, that was a great return, finding his blocks, trusting the guys in front of him, getting all the way up. And that was number 82, Sua Ripley.
So a little bit of change here for Alta coming out on offense tonight. It's going to be the sophomore Yumi Tolu getting the start for Alta at quarterback.
Kepa's a big kid, 6'1", 190. He's got a lively arm, and we've seen him sparingly throughout the season so far, but I'm excited to see what this kid can do starting the game off.
Yeah, first possession, first play, they're going to go to the air. He's got his man caught there by Jager and takes it up, gain of 11, a first down there for Alta.
Abe is an absolute stud, and you're going to see that this receiving core is incredibly young. You've got 3 sophomores and a junior, but it doesn't mean that they're not talented. They're all phenomenal, and we get to watch the big boys up front. Lenny Lapuaho is what I'm here to see.
You're all about it. Of course, with a name like Moose, you like the big fellas, and Lapuaho's been a stud on both sides of the line of scrimmage. They'll head to the ground here on first down. Nice lane, and how about Cottis? Look, he had a fantastic year last year. Cottis, we saw him earlier this year. He's an electric back.
Cottis has had multiple 100-yard games so far this year already, averaging over 5 yards a carry most games. It's incredible to see the development of him and this team. Even though they're young, they are doing some phenomenal things and are showing their talent out to the state.
Yeah, Cottis is averaging 6.5 yards a carry through the midway point of the season. Play action here on that read. He's got a man wide open down the field. Instead goes over the middle. That ball caught. It's Jager inside the 30-yard line. First down Alta as the Hawks are on the move.
Abe is just a security blanket out there. He's tall, he's lean, and he is mean. Abe coming in at 6'2", 175. You're going to hear his name a lot because this quarterback loves Abe. But that doesn't mean he's not going to go and find guys like number 10, Jackson Tuala, as well.
Yeah, they do have a lot of talent on the outside as we've got whistles here. And flag coming in from the line judge. The Alta Hawks seemed excited at that flag as we look for the foul here, and it is a penalty on West. So, boy, opening drive for Alta. Things going well for the visitors.
Yeah, that was number 5, Louis Hamilton. Louis. Oh, no. Hold your water, young man, because Alta's got to go.
Well, Alta's going here. So, 1st and 5 after the infraction. Back to the ground. Cottis. Well, that's a nice open field tackle. Coming up was Race Walker to make the stop there for West, but a first down off the carry.
West has a lot of great players like Alvin Puifua that Alta is just kind of running away from right now. They're like, we don't really want to see him. We don't want to see some of these guys because, my goodness, they are huge. And then they've got number 52, Miller Carter, as well. They've got a Lapuaho themselves. So there's some big boys in the interior of that D-line, but if you can get outside, the height is not as prevalent on the outside.
First down. Yume Tolu. Oh, he's got some room. He's giving those eyes down the field. Now going to try to run. Here comes the sophomore to the front corner of the pylon. Touchdown, Alta. Boy, how about the headiness of the sophomore in his first start, Moose?
Amazing. Kepa keeping his eyes downfield and keeping the defense honest right there is what made that play go. I was really impressed with his vision. He's playing like a veteran player out there, not a sophomore. And he is playing his way into one of the top sophomore quarterbacks in the state.
That's an impressive opening drive. We were talking with the staff before the game. They said, yeah, we're going to start the youngster tonight. We'll see how it goes. And, boy, that's about as good as you could dial it up.
Absolutely.
Point after here for the Hawks. Flags here before the snap.
He fell out right there. That was an infraction on one of our favorite linemen, but we won't say his name. But just really disappointing on the PAT because this is where the kicker gets to come out and shine. And he wants to put that ball right up on the ledge of the school right there. We'll see if we can see that. But that's the goal of a kicker. Get the ball to where no one can ever get it again. Just kick it over them mountains.
So this kick over the ledge just for you to the rooftop, and it's 7-0. Alta scoring on the opening drive and leading. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week presented by Heidemann and Associates. Welcome back, 7-0. Impressive opening drive there for the Hawks. We want to thank our sponsors, Advanced Windows. Hey, they're running their fall window sale. $2,000 off 10 windows or more, plus 60 months, 0% interest financing available for a limited time only. Call 801-850-9100 or visit advancedwindowsusa.com.
Very impressive drive by Alta right there, coming out where they only scored 7 points all last week. They came in and scored 7 within the first 5 minutes. So I'm impressed with this Alta offense every time we've seen them. Yeah. Last time we watched them, they put up 35 points.
Well, but hold on.
Okay.
It was 34,
and
27 of those came inside the opponent's 15-yard line. So
but
it was 3 touchdown drives for a net of 17 yards.
Hey, I'm not going to fault him. I saw him get in the end zone. That's all that matters right there.
They took care of business.
Now I'm really excited for this West offense, led by Isaiah Suisui, his cousin's over there at Granger. But Isaiah has done a lot of good things, has an offer to Navy already. There's some great things, and his brother's at Navy as well.
Yeah, very talented family, and of course, Isaiah, multi-year starter here for West, and this program continues to build. Oh, has a man wide open and just overthrew his intended target. Well, you love the look off there, but Vailahi, that throw just a little too tall for the junior.
He's going to want that one back for sure, and it looks like the receiver got all mixed up, turned around. If he would have just kept on running his route, you got to trust your quarterback that he's going to put the ball in the right spot, but you equally have to trust your receiver to run to the right spot as well.
But how about the experience there of the senior signal caller? He knows, hey, I got the matchup. I'm going to look the safety off, open that route up. Just missed him.
That's why he's getting looks from tons of colleges.
Second down here, Isaiah. Good pocket. Good pass rush there put on by Vainuku, and he'll have to throw this one away. Is that out the defense getting some good rush?
Under Limateo, they have had phenomenal linebacker play. They've got linebackers at Utah State, guys that have committed to Washington. They've got a guy at Fresno State right now in Matahola. They've got dudes all over, and it continues here. So it's interesting to watch the linebackers, but watch the interior of the line as well with Ofisa and Lapuaho.
Boy, a 3rd and 10 here for West. Not the way this offense wanted to start. They'll go to the ground, and that was Brown who lost the football. That ball's on the turf. As did they say that West got it back?
It looks like West got it back.
All right. That was kind of weird. There was no scrum. It was kind of standing. It was like, anyway. So a gain of 5 there. Set up a 4th down, and West here will come out to punt.
Yeah, you don't want to start risking it right now, but this is a difficult punt as well, and West has had some success with their punting team and not success at other times. So
there is a wind left to right on your screen, so this will be into the breeze, although it has certainly calmed down.
Yeah, breeze shouldn't affect it much, but Alta has some phenomenal returners as well that you have to be conscientious of.
We've got a substitution here. It's going to be forced.
Probably has too much swagger, I'm willing to bet. No, looks like he's bleeding on his knee.
Well, this kick, boy, kind of scuffles back. It is away, high kick, and Alta wants no part of it. This will take a West bounce as Fafita down. Well, that's a nice Panther bounce as it continues to roll to the 27. Meanwhile, a little bit of a scrum in the middle of the field that is separated.
A little extracurricular activity by the sophomore over there, number 33. So getting some chirps from the crowd pretty quick here. And that was an unreturnable ball, but a heck of a punt.
Great punt.
Not a great snap, but the punter did a phenomenal job getting it up, getting it off. And then there was a little miscommunication between the returners that added another 15, 20 yards to the end of that punt.
All right, so drive number 2 here for Alta. They started at the 25 on their first drive. This starting at the 26. See if Niumetolu can continue to find the success he found early. Good pickup there, and he's going to keep this. Nice lane for Kepa as he'll take it up for a gain of 8.
That's a veteran move right there. Getting down the field, sliding, living to see another day. You'll see a lot of these sophomore quarterbacks when they come out here, they're like, okay, I'm not going to run out of bounds. I'm going to take on a hit. No, don't do that. That's dumb. Make sure you go out, see what you need to, but it looks like there was some dirty laundry on the play as well.
Yeah, so the flag there is an unsportsmanlike, and I'm going to try. All right, we're week 5. I'm going to try this out. So here's the deal, right? If a coach or a sideline gets in the way of the official, that is considered an unsportsmanlike act. In the rule clarity for this year, the official there calling it 15-yard penalty.
At this point, I think officials should just wear pads, and anyone that gets in their way, boom, boom.
We'll see if that can wind up on the rewind wheel one of these days. First down for Alta across midfield. Niumetolu gets this out quickly. Caught by Weber, no, incomplete. The ruling there from that line's judge will make it second down.
Bryant Weber's pleading his case. He's like, he didn't touch the turf, I swear. But
I'd never lie to you, ref.
The ref's like, I'll pad up right now. You watch out.
Sun setting here on the field, becoming a very moderate evening here at Old Gene Palaga Stadium. Second down. Niumetolu throwing this out. Boy, what a throw. Caught by Jager, and he's down to the 31-yard line. Boy, how about that throw? You get Abe on the run coming to the football, and he's got a burst to get around that corner.
Great throw, great catch, but what I was most impressed with on that one was Chachi Pan on the tackle. Because getting under that, if he doesn't make that tackle, that's 6 against West, and might be some rough odds to get back into the game.
Clock running again here. First down. Oh, and West, did they stay on? Yes, they did.
That's debatable.
Well, you're kind of offset, Moose. I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt. The linesmen have shown they're right on it tonight, so.
I'm okay with less flags on the field between you and me, but that was debatable.
Unless you're kicking it, and then you're the guy bent over, holding the ankle, right?
Oh, my goodness. If anyone came close to touching me, I would jump onto the ground.
I know. I covered you.
Took some acting classes in high school and college, and they seem to pay off multiple times.
Hey.
Like, I'm hurt. What is it? My pride.
So the flag there will back out up. Going to be first down and 15 here. They'll go to the ground. Caught us upended, able to get the penalty yards back there. We do want to let you know the clock you see on your screen is unofficial. At times we stop it early, start it late, that sort of thing, to try to true it up to the game clock as we had a helmet come off here. So the substitution will come in here for West, and they'll get the clock running again here. 7.5 to go in the opening frame.
Yeah, what's interesting is the first time we covered West, I've never seen so many helmets on the ground in my life. We got to get some better chin straps or something.
2nd and 10. It's probably the worst situation this Alta offense has been in this first quarter. Niumetolu looking over the middle. That deflected away. Boy, good hands coming over the middle to deflect that was Angelau for the Panthers.
Phenomenal play by Angelau. You just love to see that. You love to see the defensive, but Ice Angelau, the junior player, is an absolute stud. It's fun to see all these guys starting to shine, starting to come into their own, especially by week 4. You're not seeing as many mental mistakes going on.
Big 3rd and 10 here for Alta. Motion coming across. That's Tuala. We haven't called his name yet today. They were looking to get that screen set up. Cottis looking for help. Big block put on there. He's going to be close to that first down. Might be 2 yards short here. And a decision coming up for Alta.
Lapalaho went out there, and he's trying not to celebrate. He's got some dirty dancing
moves. He learned his lesson, right?
He's like, I just made one of the best pancake blocks of my life. Do not dance, do not dance, do not dance.
4th down, and Alta, the offense staying on the field here to go for it. 4th and 3, and now we'll get an official stoppage as we've got a West player who's down, so we'll take the official timeout here. We'll stay here. We want to thank some of our sponsors that make this possible. Of course, West football on KSL Sports Rewind, brought to you by NCP Payments. Do you accept credit cards for your business? Want $100? National Card Payments will give you a $100 Visa gift card if your business signs up with a new account with them during the high school football season. They are a locally owned and operated credit card processing company that has over 22 years of experience, and they love to support local prep sports. Call or text them today at 801-300-6929 to get a free quote and see how much they can help you and get your $100 Visa gift card today. National Card Payments, payment processing done right. That number again, 801-300-6920. Back from the timeout, 4th down, Alta. Niumetolu look into the flat, caught, first down. Hawks able to convert, and it will move the sticks.
What I've been impressed with is that was Graham Maele, the former quarterback at Highland, which is absolutely crazy. But Alimateo has his ability to come, plug and play the right kids, call the right plays. There's a lot of good things going with this Alta offense right here, right now. And even this 5 wide.
Yeah. Niumetolu, eyes down the field, looking. Boy, look at him hang in the pocket. It's Tuala, his first reception, has a first down for the Alta Hawks.
The patience, the precision, it's just so fun to watch this kid back there. Really impressive. Going and finding his targets. And Tuala is no slouch. Even though he is a sophomore, he has Utah, BYU, Oregon, plenty of Division I Power 5 offers.
1st and goal here. Niumetolu look into the end zone. Oh, nearly intercepted. Boy, fortunate on that one. Chachi Pan, he was on a break, Moose.
Chachi Pan saw 6 the other way,
yes,
and his hands, they deceived him at that point, to be honest with you. But Chachi Pan, usually the sure-handed 300-plus yard receiver in many games, did not get the pick 6 right there, and Alta is lucky to live to see another day after that throw.
Chachi was ready to do the cha-cha in the end zone. That had 100-yarder written all over it. 2nd down. He'll go to the ground. Cottis through the line of scrimmage inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Nice run there.
Now this is a happy place to be for Alta. 3rd down and 2, 3rd down and 3. Not very far to go, and you've got a phenomenal offensive line, but West can see that, and they're bringing in the big boys. It's O-line versus O-line right now. You can see that if they're trying to go big on big. Good luck. This is old school football.
Kind of confused. They stopped the clock, and Alta are going to take a timeout as they were trying to get personnel on. You're right. They were looking straight power formation. 6:03 left here, and a timeout taken by Alta. We'll step aside, take it with them. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Welcome back. A 3rd and goal here for Alta, trying to push it to a 2-possession lead. 6:03 to go here, opening frame.
I absolutely love this formation. If you see number 77 in the back.
Look who's on. It's McKee coming in here under center. You talk about, and that punt, or the snap goes over the head of Lapuahu. The ball's still on the turf. Alta picking it up, and now in all sorts of problem area as it is Loans being brought down at the 28. A big loss for the Hawks on 3rd and goal.
There was an intimidation factor from the West Panthers right there, and that put them into field goal range, or maybe even outside of field goal range. Just a horrendous snap, to be honest with you. Bad communication, but sometimes that happens, and it looks like the kicker is coming out. Number 48, Coleman Fisher, trying to catch up to whoever Alta's all-time field goal leader is. Do you know who that could be, Dane?
I'm going to guess Moose Bingham.
That is true. Absolutely true.
Yes.
Single-season field goal leader, 17.
I wasn't born yesterday. 17.
Yep.
Look at you, man.
17 in one season.
That's 15 points right there, or 51 points right there.
I had 100 points in one season. 49 touchdowns, 17 field goals.
Good for you, man.
I felt good about it.
And you should.
We lost state, so I didn't feel great by the end of the season.
Well, look, it wasn't the kicker's fault. We all know that, right?
Alas, some people say it could have been.
Well, they would be wrong, Moose.
But the field goal unit coming out just warms my heart. Nothing better to see. And that's what all of our listeners tune into anyways. They like the special teams.
All right, so out of the timeout, it's a 45-yard field goal try here for Alta.
Big old kick right here. It looks like West is playing it safe.
The hold is good. Kick is up. It's got the leg. Is it on target? No, just wide to the right. No good. So, boy, that high snap ends up hurting the Alta drive as West gets the stop.
Yeah, big momentum shift for West right here, because if you get 7 points, that could be another nail in the coffin. But West is coming out. They're strong. They're a resilient bunch. And what I like about high school is you always attempt the long field goals, because the opposite team's going to get the ball on the 20 if you miss.
All it has to do is get into the end zone. If it crosses the goal line, it's a touchback.
How cool is that?
It's terrible.
Okay.
Dusty and I actually talked about the one rule we would change. That's the one for me.
Oh, man.
From the spot. Come on.
One rule I'd change is give the refs gear.
Pads and let them go hit. First down, West. Oh, and that ball on the turf. Sui able to get on top of it.
Man, both centers having a little bit of a tough time, and that's okay. It just lets you know that you're going to be working with centers. Quarterback-center exchanges, that can make or break a game right there.
And so that's a loss of 5 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 15 here for West.
Sui, the thing he can do, he can find a receiver real quick, and it's 6 before you know it.
Isaiah looking over the middle. Has a man. That ball caught. And it's Miley taking that up across the 35. First down for West.
What a phenomenal pass to Chachi Pan. You know, if you give Sui enough time, he's going to find Chachi, and that is just a phenomenal grouping.
You're right. I was looking at the wrong roster. It was Chachi. My apologies. I was looking at the Alta roster.
We'll forgive you this
Dane's in week 2 for him here tonight. That's good news for everybody. We'll run on first down. Nice lane up the middle, and it's Louis Hamilton picking up 8 yards for West.
Man, Alta does have some big boys in the middle, like number 72 coming in, Gabe Ofisa, but they've got to make sure that they keep them fresh.
How about the tempo here for West, huh? We're getting back to the line. Next play, let's go. Trying to keep Alta on their heels here a little bit defensively. 2nd and 2. Back on the ground. Boy, that ball came out again. Boy, another fumble, and I think West is able to get on it. Yes, they are. Boy, that's when you go up to your old lineman and you say, oh, thank you so much.
It's been interesting for this late in the season to be watching miscues like center quarterback exchange, ball security.
Yeah.
Things like that are just, it's interesting to see that midway through the season.
It was Leon Crutcher who keeps the possession here for the Panthers. Sui. Here's Pan. Hit immediately, bounces off. Chachi Pan through contact and more. Boy, how about a gritty run after the catch for Chachi Pan?
Man, that's what you love to see, and that's how you can get momentum for this West High. Find your playmaker, find your stars. It's like an NCAA back in the day. You've got a star under Chachi Pan. Get him the ball, and good things will happen.
Young man averaging over 20 yards a carry, 4 receiving touchdowns, 466 yards in 3 games. He's electric, Moose. First down. Malapei in the background. We've not seen him run the football, and we still won't. As Sui keeps this one and takes it ahead for a gain of 6.
Great choice by Sui right there, and that was an option run. He could pull it, he could give it, and he made the right choice right there, getting about 6 on the play.
Boy, this West offense looking like we expected it to on this drive.
Yeah, they're just churning it up, and they have their absolute studs as well. So this is going to be a barn burner, Dane.
Yeah, this clock running too. We're approaching 3 minutes to go here in the quarter. Edge pressure coming, picked up. Sui, a couple jab steps there. Going to be close to the first down. Going to be about a yard, maybe 2 short. Nice response there from that Alta D.
I love watching the vision from Sui. He's not just a great quarterback. He's a good defensive player. He understands the game from both sides of the ball. He understands what the defense is trying to do to him. And if he can find the right lane, he's got the speed to really take it to the house.
3rd and 2.
Another thing I like right here is Chachi Pan's cleats. Those look like Jordans. Those are
look
sweet.
Like Jordans. Those are nice.
Okay.
Of course, they're not taped up at all, but maybe that's why he's so nimble. 3rd and 2. Pressure up the middle. Sui, he's on the run, and a flag here behind the play. This one going to come back.
Oh, that's the saddest thing for a runner when you turn around and you're like, behind the play? Come on, you guys.
Well,
what happened?
And here's the thing. So you bring the linebacker blitz. Sui sees it. You don't have to hold him in that situation. His speed is going to get out of that. It's just one where as a lineman you think you're beat and ends up hurting him.
Yeah. What's interesting, going into this game, you're like, West got their first win last week. West has played a gauntlet.
Yeah.
I mean, they played American Fork. They played one of the top teams in California.
In the country, Santa Margarita is a top 100. They go to the road and lose by 1.
Yeah, so it's not like, oh, West is, they're a hurting team. This is a phenomenal squad that's just getting their legs under them.
So after the penalty, West will be backed up. It's 3rd and 12 here for the Panthers from the 40-yard line. Probably beyond field goal territory. Might be 2-down territory. Sui stepping up. He's got a lane, keeping the feet and the eyes downfield. Has a man wide open. It's Chachi Pan who takes it down to the 10-yard or 15-yard line. First down, West.
At this point, you got to have someone shadowing him. You've got to have someone sunning him. You've got to have someone covering him. Put 3, 4, 5, heck, put 11 guys on Chachi Pan. Just make sure he can't get the ball. Someone's got to jam him and do something.
Well, we talked about Niume Tolu for Alta, keeping the eyes down the field. How about Sui doing the same thing? We got 2 great quarterbacks tonight, Moose.
Yeah, and we weren't expecting that from number 12 from Alta Keppa, but Sui, you expect that all day, every day.
Yeah, Sui going to keep it here. Good pass rush there, or good pressure there by Alta as Coaster able to bring him down for no gain, but inside the red zone here at the 15.
Yeah, I really like Bennett Coaster here at middle linebacker. All of 6 foot, 175 pounds, it says. I think
he looks bigger than that.
I'm like, I don't know about 175. That's why I was making that comment. He may be 205 from here. Someone might have misprint the roster at this point because,
of course, maybe he's just been active in the weight room since July. I mean, that could be the case too, right?
Hey, I've been active in the weight room my whole life, and I have not looked that big.
We've got a timeout taken here. Timeout taken by West as we've got 2nd down. We'll step aside, be back. You're watching West football on the Rewind Sports Network. We're just taking in the sights. If you've never been to a game at West High School, you got to come out. It's truly probably the most unique setting we have in the state. Phenomenal. I love it.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful seeing the field in the middle of the school, and it's just so fun to watch these kids play because there's a lot of talent on this field right this second.
Yeah. 2nd down here for West. Sui Getting through, eyes down the field, looking, has a man open, caught, touchdown West. The Panthers able to strike as Sui connects with Luceni Fafita.
Fafita did a great job, but what that play was really made about was the offensive line. The offensive line took multiple defensive linemen. They were swimming over them. It was like watching a bunch of people at the beach. Great job by the entire offensive line of West High School right there against a formidable foe of the Alta Hawks defensive line.
Point after try coming on here.
Looks like they're signaling for two.
I think they need 2 people.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, man, you were about to lose your kicker card there, Oscar Penchie. Put 2 fingers down. Just kick it. You'll be fine.
Well, but he needed 2 guys to block. Otherwise, that thing was going to go nowhere. This point after, boy, didn't get under it enough. No good. So it's 7-6. Alta remaining in the lead.
Oscar, what happened there? It looked like he pulled his head to see the ball go through. You have to have your eyes at contact and then follow your foot through the ball, through the post. If you look up soon, it's kind of like when you're golfing. Have you ever been on the driving range? Look up a little bit too early and smack. Doesn't quite get where you want it to go.
Look, I'm going to help Oscar feel better. I do that every time I'm on the range. So, come on, Moose, take it easy, eh?
Hey, no.
That's why I gave up golf.
That's why you gave it up. We need to pick it back up. Goodness.
Well, we're trying to get the lower back in a place where it can handle it. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh, man, that's the oldest comment I've heard in a while. My back hurts.
Dude, you have no idea. You have no idea.
I do. My feet hurt this week because I wore the wrong shoes, Dane. Finally had to buy some Hokas.
Okay, I was going to say, those look different.
Yeah, they do.
For those who missed our foot conversation, go back to our game of the week last week. Find out about all of Moot's podiatry problems. Meanwhile, 1:22 left here in the opening quarter, 7-6, and Alta back to receive this kick. Good crowd on hand tonight for both schools.
The refs don't like the music. If you saw the back judge, he's like, it's a bit too loud for me.
This kick high and will be returnable from the 1. Boy, that's how you do it right there. Bringing it, looking up the middle, about the same spot, gets to about the 23-yard line where Alta will start.
Yeah, great kick. It looked to be about 4 seconds of hang time, and that's what you're looking for in college. 4 seconds hang to about the 1 or right inside the goal line. Great job by number 25 for West, Dodi Makasa. Oh, got it.
So first down, Alta, starting at the 23. Boy, they've moved the football in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground. Cottis into the teeth, able to get past it. Boy, good run there for Anthony Cottis, taking it up to the 30-yard line.
Just as gritty as they come. Anthony Cottis is a kid. He doesn't like Charmin. He just uses sandpaper in the morning. He is tough as they come, and he's as gritty as can be.
Second down. Alta's done a really nice job mixing it up tonight here in this first quarter. Umecholu looking, has a man wide open. It's Jager again across midfield. And Jager with a little burst is out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And here come the Hawks. Boy, a big play down the field.
Abe did a great job finding the soft spot in the zone. West doesn't have a plethora of players. But what they do is they try to scheme. They try to do things. But if you're playing a zone defense and you let someone get in between your zone coverage, could be a rough day for you.
First down. You got Lays in that out the student section. Hawaiian night, I'm presuming, here on the road. A little edge pressure shown here by Brown. Cottis looking left side and brought down. No gain. Nice pursuit there by that West defense.
We'll see if they take it into the quarter or not at this point, because Alta has the opportunity to just not run a play.
They could. But with the tempo they've played with tonight, I don't blame them at all here.
If they see something they like, they're going to take it.
It's like me at a candy shop. Niume Tolu Little screen set up. Weber take this up to about the 23-yard line. And with that, the first quarter will come to a close. Alta's moved the field, but they've only got a 1-point lead at the end of the first. 7-6 Hawks leading West. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Welcome back. Crisis averted. We won't go into the details of that, but we're all good. Tino Saiki, he's on it. 3rd and short here to start this second quarter for the Hawks. Kept. Yume Tolu to the boundary. Boy, he might have been just short there, Moose.
Let's see where the ref marks it. Woo!
I thought he was. I thought he did not get to the marker, and that's indeed the call.
Looks like to be 4th and about
half a yard.
Yeah, maybe half a yard. That's where you got to stretch the football out. That's going to come with time because you got to remember he's just a sophomore. But this is the formation I love to see. Lapuaho coming in.
Snap. Here's McKee under center. Did West jump? No, we got a timeout here first. Probably fortunate because I think it might have been an offside. So timeout taken here by West.
It looks like there were too many men on the field, honestly, for West right there. And I think that's why they took the timeout. But you don't want to give – this is such a pivotal play for both teams. That's why it's worth taking the timeout.
Well, but it's their last timeout of the half. That's the last timeout for West. We do want to take a moment, thank our sponsors, Igloo Outfitters, the coziest wearable sleeping bag, has you covered during those chilly days and nights that are just around the corner. Worry no more about the weather and watch your favorite team in comfort with Igloo Outfitters. Go to igloooutfitters.com. That's IGLU, igloooutfitters.com, and enter Rewind for $20 off. Never miss the moments with Igloo Outfitters. So coming back from the timeout, 4th and half a yard to go, same formation. Okay, on the field, Lapuaho in the backfield. And trying to push the pile.
I think he got it.
I think he got
reached out right there at the end.
But it was one of those, it might have been a late push from a West player that may have pushed it over the edge there, and indeed, it is a first down. First down, Alta.
Lapuaho was dancing in between the plays right there. He was feeling it, and he's like, now I got to go back and play my left tackle position. Here we go. I do love that formation. Nothing warms my heart more than a big man in the backfield that can get a touchdown, and Lapuaho can for sure do that.
Well, we saw that formation earlier this year against Westlake, and we might see it again here tonight. They've already been in it twice. Yume Tolu looking over the middle, has a man caught, and into the end zone. Touchdown West, or a touchdown Alta.
That was a great route run, finding the soft spot in the zone once again. It looks to be number 45, Wyatt Johnson, the 6'2", 195-pound middle linebacker and tight end. Really going up the seam, finding his spot. And I've been super impressed with Kepa Nimatololu. Does a good job scanning the field, and he trusts his offensive line. It's hard to do that when you're playing at the varsity level because if someone squeaks through, it could spell disaster for you.
Point after try. This kick is up, and it is good.
Ooh, a car almost got hit right there. It was a little iffy.
Shouldn't have been driving there.
And my car's over there, so I'm a little bit concerned. You can kick it onto the building. Don't hit my car.
Only kick it long on the south end of the field. How many times do we have to go over this? 14-6. Alta out in front here.
I might need to get a worse parking spot next time we come here, Dane.
Well, you just didn't arrive early enough, Moose.
No, I did. I arrived early enough, and that's the problem. As the stadium's actually filling out quite nicely.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So, Alta here to kick off. Boy, they've just been so impressive offensively tonight. West hasn't been able to find a stop.
Which is what we weren't quite expecting. I mean, after seeing the box score of last week, I'm like, what happened? East does have some great defensive players like Papa Mateelu, but he's not a single-man wrecking crew that can stop the offensive passing prowess of Alta. So I was wondering what happened, but Brandon Matich and East figured out the formula, and I don't know if West has yet against Alta.
I'll tell you, I've heard that East defense is really stout, and that is certainly looking to be the case as this kickoff into the end zone for the touchback. So West will come out, start their own 20, and boy, if you're West, Moose, we've seen it where it's like, man, you see those sparks, just been a consistency thing in this first half.
Well, you don't need a spark. You've got a fire with number 2 in his Air Jordans. They might be Air Chachi Pans or Peter Pans or something, but we got to get him the rock.
And maybe the thing that's been most impressive is that Alta's really not allowed West to establish the run yet. Now, West hasn't looked to run a ton yet, but really,
Alta's done a great job with this 3-man front as they continue to rotate it, though. It doesn't matter who's up there. They've done a good job.
they'll look to run here on first down. This is Malapai taking this ahead, gain of 9, and he's a guy that we saw against American Fork. Really impressive. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to get him going.
I think they should. What was interesting is all of that was yards after contact. Gabe Ofisa right there, he looks like the big man on Mulan. He's like, I let it slip through my fingers.
Been a while. Been a while since I've seen that one. Here's Sui Sui. Boy, good coverage down the field. Just nowhere to go, and Sui Sui runs out of time. Brought down. A couple of Hawks were there, including Tuakoi, as well as, still trying to get a number, Vainuku.
Helmet came off, flag came down, and it looks like there was a personal foul at the end right there. Hands to the facha, or face, as many people call it. We got to get this ref a microphone so we know what's going on. Or
Blocking in the back.
Oh, blocking in the back.
Yeah.
See, I don't know sign language. My niece Jada does, and Dane Stewart does as well. He can read the sign language from the high school refs.
Yeah. Well, you do it long enough, you start to interpret. 2nd and 11. Screen set up. Here's Brown trying to get some blocks. Brown up the middle, and that ball comes out. Brown fumbles the football, and Alta has it, and they are set up in West territory. They'll start at the 30.
Leka Tuakoi going in there. What I've been impressed with Alta's defense is they're not just going for the hit. They're trying to get a hand on the ball. They've seen some things on film. They're like, maybe this kid isn't 5-pointing the ball. Maybe we can do something. We're strong. We're athletic. We can get her done. But really impressive play right there by Alta.
Boy, and we alluded to that Westlake game earlier and how this defense forced so many situations. Special team miscues, but they kept Westlake deep. And boy, here's another defensive play for Alta that's going to set the offense up.
That Westlake game, I have never felt more sorry for a punter in my entire life.
Yeah, that was rough.
People talk about lonely kickers. There was a lonely punter that night.
Well, what's not feeling lonely is this Alta offense. They find a lot of success. That ball on the turf. And Neo Metolu able to just wisely throw that out of bounds and able to avoid disaster there.
Veteran move right there. Live to see another day. Number 12, he's like John Stockton passing the rock around, finding his nice targets. But brilliant, brilliant field general. What we're watching right now is the making of a star. A young star, of course, but he's going to be one to watch.
Yes, he is. Just a sophomore, been really strong as he looks to the sideline here for the call. Plenty of time on the play clock, down to 12. Kepler has a man over the middle. That one skipped. Incomplete.
Man, skip to my Lou. Fun game, not fun on the field of football. That ball just like a little rock skipping across the pond. Didn't quite get there. But he's got a strong enough arm to get it there. That's what's interesting.
He might have had Asher Merrill in the slot going right down the seam.
It's always nice being here calling it, Dane,
right?
And not in the middle of the action.
It makes it a whole lot easier, that's for certain. 3rd and 10 here for Alta. Kepa. Lob into the end zone. Has a man caught. Wow. Touchdown, Alta. What a catch from Jager, who's had a big night for the Hawks.
Jager's feeling himself. He's walking down the field saying, I am him. Deion Sanders might be looking at him pretty soon here if he keeps that up. My goodness gracious. Great job high pointing, and I love the throw from Kepa, getting it high right over the West defender. It was just by the tips of his fingers he wasn't able to get it, and Abe Yeager ripped that ball out of the air. Beautiful play by the Alta Hawks.
Point after try here for Alta. The kick is up, and this one no good. Yeah, missed that wide to the left. So 20-6, the lead for the Hawks.
You need to see a little bit better special teams play from both sides, but overall entertaining game so far, and I cannot believe that catch. Phenomenal. I love how Alta was able to capitalize off their defensive prowess, getting the ball, because that shifted the momentum right into Alta's favor.
You know the amazing thing about that one, you see Kepa, and that's kind of a flick, just lob it up there and trust my guy to go get it. That's a pretty impressive throw. And look, we were talking with the coaching staff before the game and said, we're going with the youngster tonight. He's just been really good, and boy, he has lived up to that and more in this first half.
Yeah, it's been interesting to watch Alta. It seemed like they were going with the hot hand and who was doing good, but this could be a Wally Pipp situation, Dane, where Wally Pipp gave up his job and never looked back, because this is some phenomenal quarterback play as of the second quarter.
Yeah, been really impressive. And how about the lead? Boy, I didn't think we'd be in this situation here just inside of 10 minutes to go in the first half.
No, I thought it was going to be a tight game throughout the whole entire time, and I think West can make it so.
They can.
With this possession.
This kick able to be fielded. High pan at the 5. Chachi looking for a lane. Oh, good blocking setup. Chachi just couldn't get around that edge. Boy, it was right there, Moose. Alta able to get good coverage as we've got a flag here on the other side of the field.
It's hard when you get your legs wrapped up and there's nowhere to go, and Alta was going after Chachi right there. He did not get up with nice things to say. Might need to go to church and partake of the sacrament or something pretty soon.
It looked like there might have been a bit of a roll there, which never helps. The penalty did appear to be on West. So this is going to back them up as well.
That's rough with the great return.
I haven't marked it off yet.
Offsetting penalties? No.
No, we have 2 officials. Oh, now we're going to get the mark. All right.
I'd always wish that the official that I had shorter legs in case there was a penalty, then it was a little bit less.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, Moose, but they have these things called yard markers, and they just count them.
You know, then why do they step it off like that? You can just be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I could not answer that for you. First down here, Panthers. This drive starting at the 28. Sui. Boy, that ball caught. Good catch there by Lopati, and there was not much of a window there for Sui.
I didn't even see the window, but Sui did, and that's all that matters. Great job by Louis Hamilton right there.
Yeah. That window was smaller than the windows on the school, which are not big.
I think Lopati could thread the needle through each and every one of those.
Of course, kept here by Sui. You see his lateral quickness as he takes it up to midfield.
I love how he's getting north and south, just quick cut up, give what the defense takes you and get down. Great job getting 6 yards right there on third down, but now it's fourth, it looks like.
No, it's
okay.
second.
I was like, I swear it was second. Ref fixed that. I was just trusting the refs for once. Last time I do that, Dane.
Yeah. I didn't know that was in you, Moose. Second down. Sui. Boy, that's a tough throw. Yeah, I was looking to the flat there, trying for Vailahi. Couldn't connect.
Great coverage there by Alta. They did a good job. But West is doing good, and they're coming back. I want to see something good come here. That's where I want to see an offensive coordinator dial something up to Chachi or to someone and see what we can get going for the West High Panthers.
Third down. Malapei in the backfield here. Do you run it on third? Do you like that? West does. And Malapei will pick up. Oh, they have him just short on the far side. Well, I thought he had it.
I thought he did too, but it looks like they're going to say 1 yard and fourth down.
They're going for it here. West quickly to the line on 4th and 1. They're trying to get going before Alta can get set up. It's Malapei. He's got it. First down, West. Like that decision.
It's phenomenal right there when you don't have a zero tech there. Maybe even sneak under center and just walk it as quick as you can. But, dirty laundry coming onto the field, Dane.
Yeah, I think we have too many guys. I think Alta tried to run a guy on late. Let's see, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, I got 12 by my count.
Well, you can play with 12 guys, but you will get flagged for it.
You will get flagged for it. You can try, but it's not legal.
I was laughing when I was at BYU in the elevator. They have a play up, and the opposing team had 12 guys on the field, and you could count it out in the elevator on the picture they had there. I was cracking up every time I sat there. Like, that's a major rule infraction that Alta just observed. West is doing a great job moving down the field right here. And Lopati's coming onto the field, number 0. The freshman is a stud.
And that's a 15-yard mark off. And is that because all 12 guys played the play? I'm speculating there. I was expecting a 5-er. It was 15. Don't worry, we'll do homework, and by week 10, we'll have that answer too. Here's Sui on first down. Boy, look at Sui navigating around, and he's going to pick up the first down. That went from trouble to a first down just like that.
Sui has the speed to do that, and you saw the veteran move of him reaching the ball out. That's something that the opposing quarterback needs to learn. But Alta did a great job bringing pressure, but they did a horrid job keeping contained.
Yeah. But Isaiah able to take advantage. The senior has his offense at the 20-yard line, just at the red zone right now, are the Panthers. They'll run. Malapei. Kelvin. I told you, I really like what we saw from him earlier in the season, Moose.
Yeah, big, strong back, fun to watch. And when he gets behind the right blockers, good things happen. Malapei is an absolute stud, number 4. And he's been banged up a little bit, it looks like. But when he gets rolling, it's hard to get that stopping.
Be second and short here for West.
Your whole playbook is open second and short right here. That's what's nice. Take a shot, do a run, get the first down. Just the world's your oyster, West. Let's see what you can do with it.
Trips to the right of the formation here. Play clock down to 3. So he got to get it off, and he does. They'll run. Malapei, all sorts of room. Touchdown, West.
Malapei, phenomenal job and great job by the offensive coordinator for West drawing up that play. Great misdirection. The offensive line went one way, the running back went the other, and just perfect execution by the West High Panthers. And we've got ourselves a game, Dane. It is a one-possession game right now. Could be a 7-point game when everything's said and done.
See if West can convert on this PAT.
They need one. They're going for one, and they need one.
Got taken care of. Let's see if they can finish the special teams play. Kick is up. This one much better. It's good. 20-13. West pulling back to within one possession.
Oh, man. That was a risky player to not have on the field.
Yeah.
That's what... That edge player is so important because usually he's leaning in, hitting out, taking on 2 guys. I remember when I was at Snow College, I was getting the ball off in 1.1 seconds, and my edge player still wasn't blocking. I finally grabbed him by the face mask, jumped up on the ladder, pulled him down, and said, "This is how you do it." Some coaching needed to be done.
I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Heidemann Associates is a flat-rate law firm that is completely focused on you. Get a free consultation by calling 801-472-7742 or go to utah.law to find the office nearest you.
One thing I love about West is they have their own school theme song. That's a rap. It says, "I've got West on my chest, West on the best."
Well, that's like one of my favorite walkouts is East. When you get Snoop Dogg, East Siders come out and play, I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. Have you heard that?
I have. It's a really good song.
It's phenomenal.
There's some creative ways to do it.
Yeah.
I was talking to Coach Andrew Jones. He's with Viewmont and the Vikings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, there are some Viking songs that you need to listen to. He's like, when are you listening to Viking songs?
When are you not?
It's a big deal in my household. Little do you know, Coach Jones.
I've got a playlist and everything, man. Alta will come out, start at the 20. Moose, this offense, it's only stopped itself. If you're West, how do you try to combat what you've seen from Alta here?
Well, West has to really lock on Abe Jaeger, number 4, and understand where he is at all times, because he's been able to stretch the field out, and that's been the main disruptor for what's going on.
Empty backfield here for Kepa Niumetolu. Quick little comeback. Jaeger picking up 7 yards, maybe 8.
The strength of Jaeger right there. He was just ripping and rhyming. Poor West right there was not ready to get thrown to the wayside going against that big boy right there.
Yeah, Bailahi down after the play, looking like cramps there for the Panthers.
Never a good thing to get cramps on the football field. And what I like is it's cooling down a little bit. You're not seeing as many cramps on the field. There was one game I was seeing, I saw about 4 guys on the field with cramps, and you're like, y'all need to drink some water, get some salt tablets. I don't know what you need to do, but stop cramping.
It's hard. It is tough. It's never comfortable, that's for certain. We do want to take a moment, thank our sponsors of West High Football. Most people think you can't teach speed. Nothing could be further from the truth. At Athletic Republic Sports Performance Training, we teach speed. It's a skill that can be developed like any other using our science-based protocols, proprietary super running treadmill, and AR vision video analysis. Our certified sports performance trainers work with athletes to develop the 5 fundamental elements of speed. If you're an athlete looking to gain a step on your competition, we invite you to contact Athletic Republic located in West Jordan. Call us at 385-855-2007.
Speed kills. If you can learn that skill, you're good to go.
A lot of room here. Kepa going to tuck it and run. And he will slide up at the 38.
Kepa is playing mental games with the defensive backfield at this point. He's like, will I throw it? No, I won't. Will I run it? Who knows? But when he does that, the whole field is open because West is in a prevent, it almost looks like, at times, trying to prevent Alta from getting those over-the-top plays.
You saw the flag behind the play, block in the back, the call, and so it will come back. One official was saying a hold. The other, I thought, indicated block in the back. I could have, my sign language might be outdated, Moose. See, block in the back. I was right.
Hey, as long as you can understand the refs and we've got a translator, that's all we need.
Yeah.
Many people have been calling for Dane to be a ref, but we're lucky to keep him here.
Yeah, and by many people, there's one who's like, hey, if you ever want to come be a ref, and I'm like, no, I do not. So that's the truth.
1 or 1 million. We'll never know.
One. So the penalty makes it 2nd and 11 here for Kepa.
Oh, good clap.
Stayed down. Saw a little self-punishment there as well, as Tuafe was like, come on, man. Lock it in.
You can do this.
Play clock inside of 10. Boy, a lot of underneath stuff tonight as Weber takes that up to the 28-yard line.
Well, Alta's just taking what's given at this point. They don't have to rush. They've got 6 minutes to get down the field. Really impressive high football IQ from this quarterback and really relaxed. I mean, I'm sweating bullets up here having a sophomore calling the plays, doing what he's doing. But he's as relaxed as can be. It's almost like he's on a beach. He's so relaxed.
3rd and short here for Alta. Can West get that defensive stop? Midway through the quarter, Kepa. Eyes. Oh, boy, he's got a man wide open. It's Weber again. The outlet is there. The first down is there for the Hawks.
Weber does a great job being the hammer and not the nail. I had a coach once. He was like, be the hammer, what the nail? And I was like, what does that mean? And he's like, watch this play. One kid, all the force and momentum, one kid absorbing it. Be the hammer, ladies and gentlemen, not the nail.
Oh, and Kepa goes down. Boy, that play did not look like it was going the way that they thought it would. Big loss.
Well, it started out with the snap right there, and the snap wasn't just high. It was on another planet. Goodness, it was very, very high. But Alta's coming out. They're coming out strong. And West is getting the brunt of the punishment.
2nd down and 15 after that play. Tolu throwing out. That ball incomplete. Was intended for number 82. I don't have an 82 on our rosters. It's incomplete. We'll set up a 3rd and long.
Well, 82 is hearing the pitter-patter of footsteps coming his way. He's been doing the returns as well, but we got to make sure that we catch that ball.
We do have an injured player here, so we're going to step aside as they come out and take a look. You're watching West High football on the welcome back. Tuaone was the injured Panther. He is up, looks to be okay.
Yeah, he was tapping his helmet on that field side a while ago, and finally he's just like, I can't do it. Tough competitor, great kid, and finally as he's off, he's like, now I got to get looked at.
3rd down. Oh, and has a man. That's caught him bouncing off. Boy, how about dealing with the physicality as this number 45, Wyatt Johnson, converting and taking it into West territory.
Wyatt Johnson already has a touchdown on the night. He's showing his grit. He's showing his determination. He's a fun player to watch. At the next level, he could be a great H-back with those hands and making those types of moves.
Here's Cottis. Looking up the middle inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Helmets again here.
Man, that was such a beautiful throw on a high-pressure situation. And people just bouncing off number 45 right there.
You know what this kind of seems like? What? And you look at me if I'm crazy. I'm not saying he's the same player. Okay. I want to make that really clear. It's almost like Helam and Katsuga last year, where you kind of saw him early, and then when they went full-time to him, it was like, holy cow, this kid, he's really good. Now, I'm not saying Kepa is Kasuga, but it kind of has that same feel where it's like, yeah, he got some snaps early, but then when he gets the keys, all of a sudden you see that confidence and you see big plays. It's like, this kid could have a really great career.
Yeah. I think that is a phenomenal comparison. 2 young quarterbacks, both in the same class.
Yeah.
What makes Kasuga so good is his football IQ. And you're seeing a lot of the same things from number 12 down here as well. But Helaman Kasuga, one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's Kasuga, right?
No,
for me,
no.
like the trajectory of the year is more what I'm talking about. Does that make sense?
This whole 2026 class is super stacked, in fact. There's Kaniel Sweetwine, who's over at Skyridge as well. That's a secret that no one really knows about.
Yep. 3rd down here and delay a game here. We'll back up West. No, Sweetwine was a guy that I thought we would see. And then obviously Stevens transferring. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that happen, right? But it was like, this is a kid who, when he gets his moment, it's not going to take him long to pop either.
No. If I'm a college quarterback coach, I'm offering him yesterday. But Alta's quarterback is making a case for himself.
Yes, he is.
That's what I like. There's so much talent in this state. And everyone, our college football is great because our high school football is phenomenal.
Tolu trying to step around, going to be brought down. Boy, that's a good pass rush, and finally getting home for the Panthers is Talafe.
So this is 4 down territory in my mind, because if I'm a punter and we're punting from the 37, I am livid, to be honest with you, because that's ruining my punt average.
Well, and again, there is a bit of a breeze here. It's kind of coming at the camera. And on 4th down here, it's looking like Alta... You're going to try a field goal here?
Oh, I'm totally down for that.
No, it's going to be a punt.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't tell. That blocker was kind of coming like he might be holding. And
oh, there's a wide open receiver. The punter cannot make that throw, though. I'm just going to let you know that right now.
That one bounces, able to be handled high in the air. It's got a backspin to it, too. This one might not get a first down. It's going to be right at the sticks. Alta.
So, in my mind, attempt the field goal there. If it goes into the end zone, fantastic. If it doesn't,
they're returning it from the 5. Well, or they're returning it from the 5, right? If it's short,
kick the freaking field goal. Yeah.
How do you really feel, Moose?
Well, there's some words that I would like to say, but we are on a broadcast right now, Dave.
Just breathe, my young friend. Just breathe. It'll be all right. Everything's gonna be all right.
Man, going back to the 90s. Nothing wrong with that.
That's right, man. That's my time. That's my time. It's the West Panthers' time right now. They got an opportunity to go tie this game up before the end of the half. Got 3:45 to go. They'll stay on the ground. Sui. Oh, you see patience here from Isaiah taking it up to the 25.
You see patience. I see Lapuaho. And I think Sui saw the same thing. He's like, is that a bear with number 77? No, that's a human being. And that's Lenny Lapuaho.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Well, his middle name is Patience. It's Lenny Patience Lapuaho. So you see Patience, and you're just like, whoa.
Oh, man. That's super funny.
There's second down. Sui gives us underneath. Malapai up near the sticks. Going to be going short again.
Goodness. Just not catching a break.
Yeah.
Big third down right here.
Yeah, inside of 3 to go.
So if you don't get this is punting area.
Yep.
Giving Alta 2 minutes is never a good idea.
Alta showing pressure. They're going to bring it up the middle. Thrown to the flat. Caught Lopati, the freshman, has the first down.
That is so much trust in the freshman. You like to see the Lopatis coming in. His older brother's already is at Navy, but great family. Love to see Zero coming in, and he's a heck of a quarterback as well.
Yeah, he's, I think, next in line here at West. As Sui here showing some patience. That clock running. It's down to 2:15.
You love to see quarterbacks that have played receiver, especially slot, because then they can be like, you know what? I am not going to throw over the middle and kill my receivers because I've been there before.
They'll run. Malapai. Oh, how about Kelvin? Lower the pads twice. Boy, a big physical run from Malapai takes it across midfield. First down, West.
He was anticipating just a nice soft hit. Malapai came with bad intentions, and my goodness, you could hear the pads clashing from here.
You know, Dusty did the Mayfu Challenge this last week.
The Mayfu Challenge? What is
the
that?
Mayfu Express. Oh, Mooch, you got to go see it. But that was a heck of a job. Here's Pan over the middle, first down. West keeps moving.
Great job, West. No, I'm just teasing. It's through the little
the
pads,
gauntlet.
back.
Malapai.
He's done that a time or two.
Yeah. First down. Clock's moving. Inside of 90 to go. Boy, look at West when you get a little bit of rhythm. That offense feeling good, feeling confident. Sui. Oh, how about the late dump off Malapai? Ooh, that's a touchdown-saving tackle, but it is good for a first down for the Panthers.
Abe Yeager, of course, is right there. But wow, Malapai taking the West Panthers, putting them on his back and saying, we got to go in at least with less than a possession, if not tied.
And they're going to spike this ball to stop the clock there. Again, no timeouts for West. They used the last one early in this second quarter.
Great move right there. Alta thought it was a timeout. They're coming out onto the field. Now they're calling timeout. They're like, well, that might have been a good idea.
Yeah. Timeout taken here by Alta.
Man, this is a tough region. East,
right?
West, Alta.
Brighton, Olympus, Highland, who's no slap. I mean, it's like, this is a gauntlet of a region.
Man, this could be the new Region 4 if everything's said and done, especially for 5A. But this is a crazy region.
It is. It's one of those where, like, I think outside of Tibu, if a team is a state title contender, they're in Region 6. I mean, you have Box Elder. I mean, there's some other, right? That's a generalized statement, but I mean, can you imagine this region in the old school of the playoffs where only 4 teams make it?
Oh my goodness!
That's just how deep this region is, right? I mean, it's every week.
Goodness. That would be a battle for the fourth
You'd have a
spot.
lot of upset coaches at the end of the year.
Look,
We're top 5. We don't make the playoffs.
That's so true.
1 minute to go here. Coming out of the Alta timeout. See if that defense can get a response here to shut down the drive. Malapai gets through a tackle. Takes it up, gain there of 4.
Honestly, that should have been a loss of 2.
Yeah.
But getting a gain of 4, now they've got to go. Now they've got a game plan, but there's helmets coming off again.
Yeah, Malapai lost his lid, so they've got to make a substitution here. 3rd down, that clock approaching 35 seconds to go here in the half. Here's Sui. Got Pan in the slot. He'll come near side. That caught, get out of bounds. Boy, you turn inside trying to stretch out. Oh, my goodness, man. A game of inches for Unga. He's fortunate that he was able to get that boundary.
I have never seen such effort in my life to get out of bounds.
Well, he just took a good verbal from his OC, who's like, get out.
I think you could hear his OC.
I'm just trying to make a play, coach.
Make a play another day.
27 seconds left. Sui. Looking, running out of time, buying a little extra. Going to take this out of bounds. Good decision there for Isaiah.
Great job right there. Did he gain yards on that?
Yes, he did. Maybe 1.
Got to preserve the clock. Now
they have him losing 1.
There's 20 seconds, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I got
him losing 1.
-1. After all that effort, all that time, -1 yard.
Look, the most important thing is he stopped the clock. I mean, right now, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. And the West O-line is giving them time to get things going.
Out to bring in pressure. Over the middle. Pan dropped it.
Oh. Pan was hearing footsteps. He was hearing pitter-patter, Peter Pan. Man, that would have been a great catch, but it wouldn't have gotten the first down. It wouldn't have stopped the clock.
Correct.
So, honestly, high IQ play by Pan.
Well, here's the thing. You'd be spiking it on 3rd and 3 with 4 seconds left.
Yeah, that's
right.
High IQ play by Pan.
High IQ play.
Knock that ball down. Way to go.
Yes.
Chachi.
3rd and 11 here for West. Sui looking. Oh, miscommunication. Incomplete. We'll bring up 4th down here with 14 seconds left.
Might be worth getting a kick at this point.
Looks to be the case.
This is a side the kicker feels confident in.
Well, it's really interesting because we are feeling the wind coming at us. On the opposite side, the flags are blowing the opposite direction, and the flag behind the goalpost is dead. So it's like I don't even know what's happening here with the weather.
So the wind's coming from the school. We're feeling it because the school doesn't extend all the way there.
Right.
So there's no wind right there.
Oh boy, coming bursting through, and that kick is no good. And a flag coming in here, going to be for running into the kicker.
He may be hurt though.
Yeah, he is holding his leg. That does not look very good. Boy, you see that reaction. Yeah, he is in a lot of pain. We're going to step aside here for the injury. We'll be back. And West will have another play after this. Welcome back. Tough scene here at West High School as they brought on Dodi Mikasa to try the field goal. Alta had a guy come through, and obviously contact there as with the gurney being taken off, looked to be a lower lower body injury. And you see West there. Well, they escort him off, and cheers from the student section and others as this young man, a senior, but could potentially be the last play of his high school career.
Yeah, you never like to see that. It looks, you don't want to make speculations on it, but it does not look good for what was going on. And it's not like it was malicious. It was incidental, which is always good. And both teams were very respectful about what happened. But you never like to see that in this full contact type game.
Yeah.
Especially to kickers, because they're not in the trenches. They're not doing the dirty work.
Well, and in fairness, I mean, we talked about during the break, you've got a guy who's playing defense on special teams for Alta. he's untouched. So you're thinking, hey, I got a chance to block this kick, and just ends up being a terrible event.
Yeah, something you never like to see.
Right. So after that, obviously the roughing the kicker penalty, it's going to be first and goal West, 12 seconds left, and they'll have opportunities to make out to pay. Here's Sui. They have no timeout. Sui with a lane to the end zone. Touchdown West. That's how you give a little payback for your senior kicker.
Making the most out of the momentum. Carson Sui. He's observing the field, looking around, looks to his left, sees the lane to his right, takes advantage of it, and gets right down the field. Now number 25 for West will be coming in, and he handles all the kickoffs. He does a lot of things. Dodi Masaka will be coming in and taking care of this PAT. But you're going to see that it's his first PAT of the season, I believe.
And I apologize. I was thinking Mikasa was the one who was down. It was Oscar Pench was the junior quarterback who was the injured player. So Mikasa on here for the point after, and that one is up and good. And again, boy, Alta bringing a whole lot of pressure there, but able to convert it. We're tied up at 20. So I want to apologize to Oscar Pench and his family. I couldn't see the number on the field, and the kicker, the first one I saw was Mikasa, and I forgot they were running 2 tonight, Moose, and so thanks for helping correct that for me. My apologies. It was Oscar Pench. You're off the game with the injury.
Us as the Kicking Coalition, we will forgive you on that one.
I appreciate it.
It's going to be, you almost want to just be done with this half at this point.
Yep.
Just do a nice squib kick, call it, and then go into the halftime and come back, because we have a game on our hands. 20-20.
Well, and it was a 20-6 lead for Alta. It's been 2 unanswered touchdowns for West, including one where they get additional life because of the penalty. And
it was almost 17-20 going into the half, but those extra points mean something in this game, because this whole region, if you can come out of here with a win, you're going to be doing all right.
Well, here's the thing. If Alta loses tonight, they lost to East last week. If they lose tonight, you could run the risk of a region title not being in your grasp. You start the region 0-2, still with games to play against Brighton. Like, that could be a very difficult scenario. As this kick angled, fielded back near the goal line as the clock expiring. They try a little pitch, a little bit of magic here. And boy, they got something going up the sideline and just out of bounds. Boy, they nearly had something special, but with that, the clock comes to a close, as does the first half. 20 apiece. Alta, West tied at the break in Region 6 play. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. And welcome back. Extended halftime here at West High School. Homecoming had to acknowledge a lot of alumni who have made an impact here in the community and in the high school. Great halftime. Great first half. We're getting ready for half number 2. Dane Stewart, Moose Bingham with you. 20 apiece in this Region 6 matchup, Alta and West. Moose, your thoughts of the first half?
Well, Alta pulled away early, and you thought they were just going to run away with the game, and then all of a sudden, West is gritty. They're coming back. They're like, hey, we've been in dogfights before, and we'll be in dogfights again. But I've been impressed with this West High team coming in and doing what they're doing.
You know, you want to talk about grittiness. I mean, how about West? They fell down 20-6 in this ball game. Close out the first half on a pair of touchdowns, including one that came after the roughing the kicker on the field goal. And they'll get the ball to start this second half. Did you feel like they were starting to maybe capture some momentum? Do you think they come out feeling good, or do you think they come out feeling like, all right, hey, it's even, we can kind of reset on some things that maybe didn't go our way in the first half?
Well, I think they've got some momentum for sure, but got a late runaround here. They get the ball back. They're like, this game is in our hands. We can do it. We control our own destiny, and that's a great feeling for West right here.
Well, because you look at that first half, they didn't establish the run maybe like I thought they would have. There were some penalties that really stalled some drives. The defense got off the field late in the first half, but Alta could move the football pretty well. There's some things that they can clean up. We'll see if they were able to iron some of that out here at the break. They do get the football as it's Chachi Pan back to receive this kick. And he's looking to make a statement in this game. It will be able to be fielded. Chachi has to pick it up at the 2. Looking for a return. Up the middle, Chachi, boy, he's got a bit of a lane, and Chachi up to the 27. Not bad field position here for the Panthers.
Really interesting philosophy right there. They only have Chachi Pan. Usually you have 2 returners back there, so if they kick it to the left or the right, but Chachi's like, I don't need anyone else. Block for me, get out of the way, let's get this done.
So West will come out, starting at the 28-yard line. Malapai will be in the backfield. See if they involve Kevin here. Suisui's been good today. He's extended plays, kept his eyes down the field. Had a couple missed throws, but he's also had some really impressive ones. We'll see if he can get this offense their first lead of the game here in this second half. Design draw, and here's Sui. Sui tripped up after picking up 10 yards. That's not a bad way to start it.
Yeah, coming back into the game, that's huge. And it looks like there was a bunch of bodies on the floor. But Sui, that's what you expect of him. A hardy quarterback that's had a lot of experience playing in the last few years. And he's coming out strong in this second half.
You know, Moose, we were talking at the half, and I said, I'm kind of waiting for West to start to win some of the battles in the trenches. And how about this? They go back-to-back runs. It is about controlling the line of scrimmage here to start this third quarter for the Panthers.
Great 5-yard run, 5-yard burst, and that's what you need from first down. And there's an Alta helmet flying off. So you're going to have him coming off. That's number 5 for Alta.
That's the junior linebacker will have to come off for this play. The other thing this does, it keeps the Alta offense on the sideline, which has been prolific. We'll talk about that when they come out, whenever that possession will be. But it's not a bad strategy at all. Keep that clock moving. Second down. They'll look over the middle. This is Lopati with the reception. First down for West. Boy, Camden Lopati, it looks like he's put on 6 inches since we saw him in week 2, Moose.
Well, he's a 14-year-old young man. He may have.
He may have. He just looks bigger than I remember him.
That's what happens when you're 14. I'm still waiting for that growth burst in my life. So whatever you're feeding Camden Lopati, send it up here to the booth.
It is a first down here for the Panthers. Sui has Pan. First down and more. Chachi able to stay on his feet. Chachi Pan! Don't let him get open. He was able to shake off a tackler and takes it to the house. Touchdown, West.
He was throwing up the deuces before he was even in. Wow. Does a great job shucking the safety like a Cornhusker from Nebraska and getting into the end zone. Chachi Pan, we salute you for that. Take your helmet off and show the beautiful facha.
You know the old saying, get the ball to your playmakers and let them work? That's what you do. That's a simple little slant, and Chachi just making men miss. And then in the open field, you aren't catching them.
Comes up on the stat sheet. Great 50-yard play by the quarterback, but about 35 of those yards were straight from Chachi Pan.
West with their first lead of the contest, trying to push it to an even 7. Oh, we got a design fake. 2-point try, and it's good! The West Panthers with the 2-point conversion, a little trickeration to go up by 8.
West didn't come out swinging. They came out hitting hard. Tamani Brown receiving that play. Tamani Brown, the younger son of Mania Brown. But great job by West. Fun to see and fun offense.
You know what I love? So we talked about Pench went out with the injury, and they were using Mikasa now to kick PATs. He came out early in the half. He's kicking field goals 50, 55 yards through the uprights. You come out for a PAT, you don't expect them to go for 2 in that situation.
No, it's absolutely insane. I was talking to my neighbor about this the other day. He's like, he's a big BYU fan, and he's like, we got to find a kicker that can make a 50-yard field goal. And I'm like, throw a rock in any direction in the state this year. You'll find a kicker that can make a 50-yard field goal. But West, great play call. This is how they wanted to start the half off and start that 2-point conversion play. Getting that was huge. Oh, too many men on the field right there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no huddle. West here to kick off. 28-20. What a way to start that second half. That's the best drive we've seen from West tonight.
By far.
This kick into the end zone, non-returnable. Just like something without a receipt. And Alta will come out to start at their own 20. Kepa. What can you say tonight about what we've seen from the sophomore signal caller for Alta?
Kepa is like a veteran out on the field, smart, cerebral, with a cannon of an arm. He is the real deal, and I can't wait to see what he does because Alta is growing up right before our eyes.
If you're West, what do you do? Because he's been very patient. He's kept his eyes down the field. Like, what do you do to try to give him something, get him off rhythm?
Ideally for a sophomore, I'd say get some pressure on him, but he absorbs pressure like I haven't seen before.
They're going to run it here on first down. This is Cottis trying to stretch it. Oh, turning back inside. Hey, Tony, what a run there from Cottis, taking it up to the 38. First down, Alta.
Of course, when we feature the quarterback, Cottis comes out and reminds us, hey, I'm a heck of a running back as well. So the offense for Alta is looking real good.
It has been dynamic. It's been a great 1-2 punch tonight. And look, the guy to me that's jumped out has been Jaeger. What a first half he had.
Jaeger has been really, really good, but number 45 for Alta as well has been absolutely dominant from that tight end position. I'm talking about Wyatt Johnson.
Boy, bouncing off a would-be tackler and able to move ahead there for a gain of 4.
They're seeing a lot of lanes opening up, and West, their first string is absolutely dominant, but they don't have a ton of depth on their entire team.
It was interesting. I was talking to someone before the game. They're like, Alta looks like they have 80 guys, and West looks like they have 40. It's like, yeah, there's certainly a different number of suited-up players, but West has been in this battle. They've clawed back. They've got the lead. Alta looking for responses. Boy, that little underneath, that little hitch has been money all night for Alta.
Great catch by Bryant Weber as well. Solid play by the senior. And that's what's nice about number 12, Kepa Numitolo. He does a great job finding the open man.
Had a little miscue with the clock. We'll get it caught up. There's about 8.5 to go here in the third quarter. Kepa trying to call it out here. First start for Numitolo. Looked like a seasoned vet. He'll hand off. Cottis looking up the middle. Ooh, boy, that was Taymani Brown coming in there with bad intentions. Able to stop the run.
Taymani was coming in like a bullet out of a gun. Just boom! Wow! Holy cow, some missiles behind him. Just flying. He is a great player in the backfield, coming out from almost that nickel spot and getting the tackle.
2nd and 8. That's been the thing about Alta offensively for the majority of the night. They've been able to stay right on schedule. Numitolo looking over the middle, has a man caught, makes one man miss. Trio of Panthers coming to make the stop there. Nice reception there by Asher Merrill.
That might have been the most impressive throw of the entire night. He didn't just have pressure in his face. As the ball was leaving his fingertips, it went right into the receiver, and the receiver looks like he is hobbling, ready to go down. Got to get off the field, and it looks like Jackson Tuala is coming in for Ryan Clayton.
Yeah, he took a hit, and then he kind of bounced off it, and then had a trio come out, and that was a tough play. And West, they jump. They're trying to bring pressure there, and that is going to give Alta a first down.
Sometimes it's good to be more physical. Sometimes it's good to just hold your water and be able to get those little chunks of flags getting down the field real quick.
So first down here for Alta after the penalty inside of 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Flag pretty strong, or the wind pretty strong at this end of the field. That caught. Jaeger taking this up to the 32, a gain there of 5, maybe 6.
It's always interesting seeing these teams coming out of halftime, what they're doing differently, how they're handling things. And it looks like West is doing a bend-don't-break defense at this point with 3 down linemen saying, hey, you can throw on us, we don't care, but we're not going to give up the big plays at this point.
Yeah, they've played off for a majority of the night. They're doing so on the top of the screen here on second down as well. Numitolo has Tuala, a little double move there, keeping eyes down the field. Now under some pressure, Kepa able to tuck it, and he'll pick up, well, boy, he's really close to that first down again. I think they're going to give it to him. And that will be a first down.
That's the crazy thing. If you're going deep and you're going with the receivers, this quarterback has the legs to get up the field, to do what he needs to do, to make sure that you pay whether it's on the ground or in the air.
It is first down. They'll go. Kept here. Niume Tolu looking to get outside. Well, that's a legal block there on the edge as Kepa takes it inside the 20.
It was an illegal block. Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't, but it looks like the ref is giving him a warning on that one, saying, hey, that was a little bit close, buddy.
That was close. Did not call it.
From our angle, it did not look close.
From our angle. But I'm not on the field, so.
That is true.
Second and short. 5 receiver set here. Niume Tolu. Looking over the middle. Incomplete. Oh, boy, and taking a hit right in the back.
And helmet flying off, too.
That was intended there for Tawala. Good to see him get up. Those were bruisers right there.
I thought that was Tawala's helmet that flew off for a second there, and I was like, oof, that is brutal. It looks like Tawala's exiting the field.
Yeah, he's going to come off here. Third and short here for Alta.
Looks like they've got a 3-on-3 at the top.
Niume Tolu, little screen setup coming back near side. Oh, just missed a tackle, still on his feet. Oh, how about the run after the reception? Nice play there by Nolan Loans, the tight end, able to convert the first down.
Alta has a lot of these guys listed as tight ends that are 6'1", 6'2", 6 foot. And they do a great job just spreading the ball out. That's what I've been impressed with. There's not one guy that's taken over the game. It's a full team effort by the Hawks.
Alta first and goal down at the West 5-yard line. Oh. Boy, that snap is high. The snap is high and West is on it. The West Panthers coming up with the turnover as Alta moves a couple times. We're inside the 10. The high snaps have hurt Alta.
Yeah, and they haven't just been bad. They've been real rough because it looks like that snap was supposed to be on 2, and with the clap it went, and the whole backfield was confused where the ball went and what's been going on. The quarterback's been jumping for a majority of the snaps. What you got to do is if the snap's coming up like that, it means that the tail of the human being is too high. He's got to get it down and work on those snaps, because if those don't get down, going to be a long season.
Boy, a critical mistake. Can West try to make him pay? Sui on the run, picking up 3, maybe 4. This Alta defense now, Moose, you think about, it's, 22 unanswered? This Alta D's got to find a stop.
Yeah, Alta D has to show up and show out, and they've got the talent to do it. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here and how they react to the adversity of this game.
Another run here for Sui, and that's a nice pursuit by that Alta front as they were ready for that one. Coming up with a nice stop, I think it was Noah Forbes, the linebacker there for Alta.
Yeah, coming in here, it's going to be interesting because now it's third down. Alta, with all of the momentum shifted their way, with a quick 3 and out, that momentum shifts right back to them, showing that their defense is dominant in this type of a game.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 here for West. Got to get to the 33.
Look out for Chachi Pan here.
As a man, it's Pan. You called it, Moose. How about the stretch from Chachi Pan as he's got a first?
He looks like he's hurt,
Yeah,
though.
he does. Yeah, he was waving off the help there immediately. This is not a good sight for West fans as Chachi Pan is in some pain down on the field here.
That is not the person you want to be hurt, because your whole offense is predicated around him.
Yeah, we've looked like they're trying to stretch him out. Hopefully that's just cramps. I want to take a moment, thank some of our sponsors here of KSL Sports Rewind. Heidemann and Associates is a flat rate law firm that is completely focused on you. Get a free consultation by calling 801-472-7742 or go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you. We also want to thank West Jordan Athletic Republic. Most people think you can't teach speed. Nothing could be further from the truth. At Athletic Republic Sports Performance Training, we teach speed. It's a skill that can be developed like any other using our science-based protocols, proprietary super running treadmill, and AR vision video analysis. If you're an athlete looking to gain a step on your competition, Come check out Athletic Republic located in West Jordan for a free trial. Call us at 385-855-2007.
Chachi Pan isn't the biggest kid, and he doesn't have to hobble like when an offensive lineman comes in. They just pick him up and take him off.
First down, West. Chachi to the sideline. They're trying to continue to work on him. Oh, nice run. Malapai able to take this ahead for a gain of 12. And West is starting to roll here, Moose.
What I loved about that last play is before the snap, Camden Lopati came out there, and he went to the far side, and he arranged the other two receivers. He's like, you're supposed to be on the line. You're supposed to be out here.
Kept by Sui. Brought down behind. That's good pursuit there by Miley, able to come up with a stop.
It's always nice having two quarterbacks on the system, but with West establishing the run right here, you don't get 170 number. You get 270s out there, and the run may stop with this four-man front at this point.
Let's see if Lapuaho, big number 77, 6'4", 322 senior, been a dominant force. They could use him here to try to slow up this running game that West is trying to get going in the second half. Malapai going right at him. Look at the burst up the middle. I was interested in that matchup. It was a linebacker coming up in Taula to make the stop, but boy, it is gritty up front between Lapuaho and Avaya Ikakaula.
Well, you look for the dogs, but we've got the hogs on the turf right now. This is a chess match of big boys with Ofisa and Lapuaho.
3rd and 7. Sui gonna look to run. Oh, how about the move from Sui inside the 20 and more. Boy, it was one-on-one, and Isaiah takes it down into the red zone. First down, West.
When you're one-on-one with Sui, it's usually you're the one that's going to lose. He is so crafty, he's so quick, he's great with the ball in his hands, and he reads your body language. He makes you commit to one way, and then whoop, he's off to the races.
Man, what a move from Isaiah Sui.
Goodness. They say the hips don't lie, and his hips were running the other way with the defender on the ground.
Talk about breaking down a defender. Here's Sui running out of time, makes a man miss, wide open over the middle. Oh, incomplete. Had his man. It was Malapai, and he just threw it behind him.
There was some argument after the play. That's not where I'm supposed to be. You're supposed to be there. And Malapai is like, I should have had that. Goodness gracious. What a great draw play by the West High coaching staff.
How about the extension there from Sui? That play looked like it was in trouble. Able to evade it, buy some extra time.
That was a great job by Sui.
Second down. Trips to the top. They'll stay on the ground. Isaiah with a lane up the middle. Touchdown, West. It's Sui with the 14-yard touchdown run.
Wow. Phenomenal play by Sui, reading the running lanes, getting down the field. That's what you look for, and that's what West has coming back. They've been on the brink of letting this game get out of hand multiple times, and they have just come back harder and faster. That's what you like to see from this junior Solovi team.
And how about Isaiah Sui? It feels like he's taking this team on his back right now. And, man, he's making play after play after play. Get that young man some Gatorade. He nearly ran the whole football field on that drive.
He's like, I may be missing my top receiver, but I can get it done.
Point after try, or is it? Yes, it is. That kick is blocked. It's your guy, Lapuaho, with the deflection. It's a good thing they went for two. That'll even it back up to a 14-point spread.
Big block by Lapuaho. He's been making big blocks all night. The only thing better than a big block is a big man dancing, and he's learned to do that on the sideline.
We want to take a moment and thank Advanced Windows for their sponsorship of KSL Sports Rewind. They're in their fall window sale right now. You can get $2,000 off 10 windows or more. 60 months, 0% interest financing available. Limited time only. Call them at 801-850-9100 or visit advancedwindowsusa.com. Moose, how critical is this drive for Alta?
Well, West was in the same situation. They were able to get things going. They were down by 14 at one point. If Alta lets them score again, this game could be out of hand.
Is this a must-score drive for Alta?
I don't know if it's a must-score drive yet, but we're on the precipice of that being the situation.
Precipice, look at you. It's an onside kick.
Didn't go far enough.
Didn't have enough. Wow, West trying the onside, and they just didn't get enough behind it. So Alta going to come out at midfield.
That's a really difficult kick to execute. And West saw the coffin. They were about to put the final nail in and missed the nail on that coffin right there. Oh, it's almost better too far than too short. When you're doing that middle dribble is what it's called. You try to hit it with the inside of your foot, and you just dribble it right down the middle.
I'll tell you this, I'm not on that sideline. I don't think that's the play Coach Solovey wanted.
Well, he's a little bit frustrated about that.
I could be wrong, but...
yeah. You work it all week, and then sometimes it just doesn't work.
Alta coming out, starting in West territory. Short field for Kepaniu Metolu and this Alta Hawk offense. Screen. Yeager, pick up of 2. Boy, nice job coming in there to make the stop. A couple, including Race Walker and Lama Vailahi.
That was a great job getting anything out of that play. If I was running that screen and I had that type of blocking, we'd be having a coming to the table type of moment.
Second down. I tell you, Alta now looking to air it out consistently, and that one is incomplete. That is the first drop from Weber tonight. That's been money all night.
That is a great play, and Weber, he'll get another opportunity at that one. Just in and out of his paws. But a lot of trust there. Alta has to get this going. This could even be 4-down territory, to be honest with you.
It might be. You're into the wind. You're kind of in no man's land. We saw them punt from here. It went about 12 yards. It might be really tempting. I was actually going to mention, I'm surprised we haven't seen Alta try to run the football much. You have 2-down territory. Maybe you look to run it here on 3rd. There's Weber's second opportunity. This catch made. Tackle immediately there by Unga, and it will be 4th and short.
This is such an interesting stadium because we've got some flags flying this way, some flags flying that way.
I told you, yeah.
That flag's
and the end zone is dead. Yeah,
it's a frustrating situation right here.
Windologists are confused in Jane Palaga Stadium. 4th and 2, Alta going to go for it. Empty backfield, Kepa. Little quick throw. Oh, he's running out of time, and Kepa goes down. The West defense able to come up with the sack, and they'll take it over on downs.
Taimani Brown doing a phenomenal job right there, getting out, getting down the field. He's been huge on so many plays, such a big player for West High and what they're trying to do, and that was a massive play. After the miscue on the onside kick.
I was just going to say the same thing. I was going to say the same thing, Moose. You have a short field. You get a 4 and out. Wow, what a play.
4 and out, and it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Yeah. And turning that into a turnover and a sack. Wow.
I don't know the situation. Cottis didn't get a touch.
No.
Welcome back. In case you missed it, we have a lot of in-state people. Do you see the news today? Grayson Brousseau?
Yeah,
committed to Utah State.
Go Aggies, go.
Love it. As an alum, I love that. That's a good pickup.
You're an alum of Utah State, too?
I'm an alum. Here's Malapai trying to get to the outside. He'll take it to the 48, maybe the 47.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good things this week. DeVoe Tuatanga to BYU. Did you see that?
I did see that.
That was a big, big deal.
I know we've talked about him, Moose. You've said this kid has a big ceiling.
Oh,
big
huge.
Ceiling.
And then we've had some big offers, too, as well. Malachi Lealua got a Utah offer out of Westlake. Dante Bond got a Pacific. Connie Lau Pome got an Oregon State. And Tanner Poems got a Waynesburg so far.
I'm not hearing a lot of Idaho there. I'm going to have a talk. This is Sui keeping it around the edge. Penalty flags in here on the play. I think this one's going to be coming back.
Yeah. if you see one flag, you're like, I don't know. If you see two, you're like, all right, from the mouth of two witnesses, that was for sure a hold.
Not a lot of argument there. Is our white hat all over that, as was the linesman. So rather than having a first down, it'll back him up.
All the coaches can do is kind of shrug their shoulders and be like, come on, man, come on. That's what you can't have if you're West. You need to score here.
And in the first quarter, it felt like we saw some of those penalties. Back half of the second quarter and all third, it's been a clean game, right? And it's been moving up and down the field.
Yep.
Makes a big difference. 2nd and 17 here for the Panthers. Blitz coming. Malapai able to get maybe to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of room there. Oh, boy. And some activity down the field. Players having to be separated. Still a little hot here.
No flags.
I'm kind of surprised. One player kind of continued blocking after the play was dead. The other player didn't like the response, and cooler heads now starting to prevail. Good to see.
What I do like is the teammates coming in and separating it real quick.
Yeah.
They're like, we need you. Get your head, body, mind, and soul in this game.
Right. That's right. You've got a third and, well, not easy. But West is going to take some extra time to think about it. The third quarter comes to a close. What a frame for West. It has been a 28-0 Panther run as they head to the fourth, leading out to 34-20. You're watching West High football on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter, 34-20. West. Sui. Has a man over the middle. That's caught. Lopati inside the 40, dragging defenders. It's Lopati, the freshman, carrying this an extra 15 yards after contact to the 31.
He was not satisfied at the 45. He said, I'm going down to at least the 30. My goodness. That's what you want to see from a freshman. Class of 2027, be darned. You might have a great receiver. We already have 4 4-stars for the class of 2026.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We might have another 4-star working his way in for 2027.
First down for West. Up to trying to time that blitz. Malapai with a lane through the middle to the house. Touchdown, West. Wow.
Alta brought the pressure, but if you bring the pressure and it doesn't hit home, you are in big trouble because there's going to be holes, gaping holes in your defense to where you may not be able to recover. So, big risk, big reward. The risk did not outweigh the reward in that one for sure.
Well, we've seen Alta be very aggressive defensively, and I love the play call there. Hey, let's run it right at him. You're right, that lane opens up, and there's not a lot of hope of catching Kelvin.
It was like watching Moses parting the seas. It was just, woof, here we go, and you don't want a safety up on number 4.
How about the turnaround in this game? It was 20-6, Moose.
Yeah, and now it's 40, we'll see, maybe 42-20 because West is going for 2 now.
Yeah, offense on the field here for West to go for 2. Tucked, Sui. Looking, extending, not a lot of room. Looking for Penn. Did he make that catch? No, they say incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. 40-20, our difference.
Wow, Penn did run a great route there. What Alta did do was get some good pressure and get Lopati running. Sui, not Lopati. Sorry, got Sui running. Really impressive drive by West, though.
You know, and the thing that I guess I would call out is talk about the change we've seen from the West defense. Because, again, you think about the first quarter and a half, Alta's moving up and down the field. The only thing that stopped them was the high snap, right? Like, I mean, they could do whatever, and all of a sudden it's like that rhythm has been completely disrupted by this West D.
So Alta has had 2 high snaps in the red zone, in the shadows of the goalposts, where that has really made a massive difference in the game. If Alta goes up on those scores, I think it's
a one-possession game.
It's a one-possession game, but does West have the same momentum?
No.
And that's where it becomes interesting. Alta's still a good squad. They still can come back. But they're in the waning minutes of this game trying to come back.
And I don't want to justify it. The first one you can kind of understand. It's the first time in the formation. Like, you know, there's never a good time for a high snap. The second one is just miscommunication, right? And that's the one, like, man, you'd love to have that one back. Is this kick fielded from the 5? Looking far side. Good little lane. Good return. Alta looking for an answer, and they might have it across the 50 and stumbling down at the 35. There is a big play. Let's see if that can ignite the Alta offense.
They're lucky because there was some real extracurricular activity at the bottom of the play from multiple guys. Alta needs to kind of tone it down a little bit on the special teams.
Well, they'll start in West Territory. This will be the second drive of this half starting in West Territory. We'll see if that can help Kepa and company get in rhythm.
Kepa, I think, can throw a quick strike. He's got it. And look out for number 4 because if you've got him one-on-one, that's a mistake.
He's top of the screen here. Pistol formation for Niumetolu. To Yeager. Turning up, gain of 5. Boy, and he went down and dropped that ball quickly. And he looks like he might be a little dinged up on that sideline.
This is one of the more physical games I've seen this entire year.
We've not had stoppage here for Yeager, but he is down. And now we will finally get the stoppage as we'll have a look at who's been one of the more productive offensive players for Alta tonight. We'll step aside here for the injury timeout. We'll be back watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Welcome back. Here, want to thank our sponsors. Igloo Outfitters, the coziest wearable sleeping bag, has you covered during those chilly days and nights that are right around the corner. Worry no more about the weather and watch your favorite team in comfort with Igloo Outfitters. Go to Igloo Outfitters, that's IGLU, igloooutfitters.com, and enter Rewind for $20 off. You see Yeager able to get back to his feet. Hope that he's okay. Hope we'll have a chance to see him again. He's been fantastic tonight, and Alta's going to need him if they want to come back and get this win. Boy, that throw, not a big window again. Fit in, complete, and going to be good for a first down.
Taimani Brown was sitting there. He's like, gosh dang it, I shouldn't have let that happen. That was almost 6 the other way. But great throw, great moves right here. Alta really needs to step it up, and they've had a lot of receivers step up. But without Abe, we're going to see who can be the main target.
That's right. First down, Alta. Kepa looking to run, has some room. Boy, he stayed behind that line of scrimmage. Is that ball caught? Well, what a catch. I thought that might have hit the turf, but no, it is caught and taken up. Man, how about those hands?
That was phenomenal between the legs, but there was a flag on the play.
You know, why you got to do that to me? We had a Rewind top 5 play, and not anymore. Toatele Afu, the sophomore. What a grab.
There's been a lot of great Afus coming through Alta. Cole Afu, Kava Afu, and now that one with the between the legs, loop-de-loop and pull, and there was a flag on the play.
As we await the call here. So they do deem Kepa was beyond the line of scrimmage, so it's an illegal forward pass.
I don't know about that one. That was debatable. I'm just kidding.
It was close, but they do deem that. So it's a loss of down plus the yardage. It's going to be, it should be 2nd and 15, I believe.
Good eye. Good eye.
2nd and 15. Niumetolu running out of time, running out of room, and he's brought down. That West defense getting home.
It's never good when you have multiple O-linemen turned around and facing the quarterback looking straight at him.
We said at halftime, we talked about the battle in the trenches, said I've been surprised West hasn't been able to get a lot of pressure on. That's changed in the second half.
Absolutely. West is finding the lanes. They're finding the matchups they want, whether that's interior or exterior or finding different pressures. But they've got a lot of great guys, including number 95. They've just got some absolute dudes in Alvin Puifua, in Samisi Tonga. All these guys are great.
Screen set up for Weber. And still on his feet. Boy, how about that run after the catch? Makes a 3rd and 22 into a 4th and 1. But there's a flag behind the play here.
Oh.
And I think this might be on, yeah, it's on West.
Oh.
So roughing the passer going to be the call.
I was about to say, I'm like, goodness gracious, they can't buy a break, but there you go. And that yardage will be tacked on at the end, and it's going to put him on the 1 because 15 yards, right?
No, it'd be half the distance.
He ended at the 16, though.
Yeah, so half the distance takes it to the 8.
Okay, well, I am wrong.
It's not 15 inside of that. It's half the distance to the goal.
Gotcha. Well, learning something new every day.
Yeah, yep. Approaching 9 to go. Alta looking for points here, trying to stay in this game. Oh, they got a man. Back corner of the end zone. It's Weber. Caught. Touchdown, Alta.
Great job by Alta. And they can come in. They can kick PATs. They can do what they need to because the Panthers have 40 points up, so they can go 27-35. There's your game. But their defense has to step up and make not 1, but 2 stops.
Well, that's certainly a response that Alta needed. We talked about they've been right on the doorstep. They just haven't been able to finish it. That time they do. A point
Kicker's
after.
Offsides. False start by the kicker. So as the kicker, you can go right when the ball snaps, but you can't go before or else you better start running and get onto the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's no fun.
No, it's not fun.
Back Alta up here.
My Hawkeyes can see that from here.
Your Hawkeyes?
Yep.
That's right, you're a Hawk.
I am. Cacaw.
We'll back it up. This point after, up. And that one is good. So penalty didn't matter. 40-27, the advantage for West. 8:50 to go here in the 4th.
We got ourselves a game, Dane.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Just like we thought.
Yeah, we thought that West would rattle off about 32 points, 34 points in a row.
Yes, we did. I mean, we talked about it before the game. I said, I think West has a 34-0 run in them.
Good.
We're all over that. All over that.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, so out to the kickoff. How aggressive are you here, Moose?
If I'm West, I'm bleeding the clock. I am running the ball as much as
Alta.
possible. Oh, if I'm Alta, I'm going all out.
You going onside here?
I don't know if I'm going onside yet, but West is anticipating that, it looks like. But I would do what's called like a pooch kick, and I'd try to get it up around the 20 because they don't have a lot of guys sitting there for returning. Doesn't even look like Chachi Pan's back there.
I don't recall seeing him back on the field.
5-4-2. Yeah, those returners need to get back a little bit more because it's not going to be an onside.
Yeah, you're right. This kick deep. It will just get into the end zone for the touchback.
So you almost hate to see that it is a touchback on that one. You want it to stay in bounds so that some chaos can ensue.
We did have some nice dap shown on that kickoff. You talked about it's been getting a little edgy here, but Case and Torre as well as Lapati gave each other a nice little pat on the helmet on that play. Still seeing some sportsmanship out there.
Yeah, it is a little chippy, and that's what happens when you start playing region games.
That's right. How about that? You ready for a fun fact?
I am always
You've
ready.
tried fun facts with me. This is the first matchup in school history between Alta and West.
That makes sense.
They've never played before.
How crazy is that? But Alta's a younger school, only about 40 years old.
Yep.
And West is not a young school.
On first down, Alipei looking up the middle. He'll pick up about 3 yards.
Man,
I was shocked when I saw that. I figured with their histories they would have played at some point. They have not.
Yeah, no, I don't think they would. Because in Alta's heydays, they wouldn't do like a cross game with West.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second down.
But now they're both 5A. They're both in the same
region.
They both don't like each other at this
Apparently. Back to the ground here. Sui keeping it. Not able to get that edge. Nice job holding down the troops there. Is coming up with the stop was Vainuku.
The cool thing about football is it doesn't take long to form some bad blood relationships with your neighbors.
Right. And of course, a game between two programs that have really built their line of scrimmages. You know that's going to happen quickly, right? Because the level of physicality of both these two teams. The second game we've seen for both these two teams tonight. Like, we know the level of physicality that's there.
Absolutely.
Third down here for West. Sui. Monpei leaks out, keeping his eyes down the field. A lot of time here. Sui has a man but couldn't get it to him. And so that Alta defense able to force the 3 and out. The offense will get the ball back.
Well, the other thing Alta did was they only took a minute off the clock.
Yep.
That's the crazy part of what's going on. So West, they were about to close the coffin, but they're opening the door for Alta to come back at this point. What you got to watch for West right now, the snapping for both teams on punts has not been terrific.
Well, and now it's West's turn to punt into that wind a little bit, right?
And they don't even have a punter. Who's the punter? Someone should get out there.
They have to take a timeout here to get the punter orchestrated. Timeout West. The play clock was dwindling. Coach Solavi trying to save some field position. 4th down and a punt when we come back. Welcome back, and West here to punt. It's going to be Vainuku on the kick here. Snap pushes him back a little bit. Punts away. Not a bad job. As Alta going to take the fair catch here at the 47-yard line.
Being a punter is a very difficult task.
Yeah.
You have to be athletic enough to catch, and it's a different leg swing than being a kickoff guy or a field goal guy. Everyone's like, why can't everyone do 3? I'm like, it'd be like going out and hitting a tennis ball, taking a golf club, and then hitting a bat. It's very different motions. It's different movements. But the guys that can do it are very athletic.
Alta coming out near midfield. First start for the sophomore Kepaniu Metolu.
They're going 5 wide immediately.
Yeah, they're not messing around. They know that time's not on their side. Everyone's down the field here, and Niume Tolu running out of time as that rush from West continues to cause havoc. It's Miller Carter in on the sack.
So great job by West. It looks like we may have a West guy down.
Yeah, cramps again here as they were trying to stretch out their fellow defensive line mate. We'll take a moment here. Just want to thank our sponsors, NCP Payments. Do you accept credit cards for your business? Do you want $100? National Card Payments will give you a $100 Visa gift card if your business signs up with a new account with them during the high school football season. They're a locally owned and operated credit card processing company that has over 22 years of experience, and they love to support local prep sports. Call or text them today at 801-300-6929 to get a free quote and to see how much they can help you get your $100 Visa gift card. National Card Payments, payment processing, done right. Give them a call or text them at 801-300-6929.
Still getting the stretch out. So you got to get more water in these young men before the night before, really.
Is that how early it is, night before?
Yeah. That's the hard thing. And is his shoe off? No.
In fairness, I drink a lot of Diet Coke. I don't have that problem. So, it's...
Oh, Diet Coke.
And that was actually Vainuku, the young man who punted it.
Yeah.
He was in there on defense. He was able to jog off. Good to see that he'll be okay. Continues to stretch it there as our clock's starting. We're down to 7 minutes left. 2nd and 12.
5 wide again.
West bringing 4, pressure, finding its way through. Kepa, eyes down the field. Oh, nearly intercepted. Dangerous pass. Boy, how about the beat there? Chachi Pan nearly has the interception.
Chachi Pan has left 14 points on the board from his defensive position. In the first half, he had it. It's given to him on a silver platter. Right there, it was a little bit more difficult, but Chachi Pan is cursing his hands at this point. He's like, you can catch on defense too.
Tell you, Wyatt Johnson is like, throw it, I'm open. Chachi, man, that guy, he's got some speed. He's got some quickness.
Great closing speed for sure.
Third down. Kepa. And upended. Boy, how about that read? Coming up was Isaiah Engelau, able to make the tackle. No gain. You've got 4th and 12, 6.5 to go. What do you do, Moose?
Go for it at this point. Punting it won't do much.
And that's coming from a kicker. That's when you know it's serious.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to get to the sticks. It looks like they've been going for it all on each one of these possessions.
Yeah.
But what's been interesting with Alta is they've gotten those chunk plays, but they'll get 9 yards, or right here they'll get 11 yards. They got to make sure they get 13 on this play.
4th and 12, the offense staying on the field here for the Hawks. Kepa looking over the middle, incomplete. And the West defense stands their ground as they get the turnover on downs.
Great job by West getting a 4 and out from that play. But Alta's defense is no one to really mess with. And if West is smart, they've got to run the ball here. They've got to bleed the clock. They've got to shut this game out because Alta is ferocious in their comeback.
How about the second 4th and out of this second half forced by that West defense?
Really impressive. I mean, getting a 3 and out is awesome. Getting a 4th and out is detrimental to the desires of the opposite team.
Boy, how the turntables have turned here tonight. First down for West. They'll run. Malapai lowering the shoulder pads once again and picking up 6.
Now take your time. All 35 seconds that are left. Get the clock to about 5 minutes on this second down. And they, in all reality, can get a few first downs and the game may be over.
That's right. This could be the last drive. And I love, look, we're no rush here, right? West, happy to take time. They got 18 more seconds here on the play clock.
I like this trips to the bottom of the field. Trips bunch.
Trying to spread out that defense as much as they can. Sui, designed run. He's going to try to come near side. Gets nice help. Oh, and you see Isaiah that time didn't want to be forced into an out-of-bounds scenario. Ends up having to take no gain on the play.
That's totally fine. Don't take a gain. Just don't go out of bounds.
It's not a sound financial strategy, Moose. You always want a gain.
That's true, but in this economy, it's tough.
Yeah, that is true. 3rd and 4. More than just football knowledge you get here, huh?
Don't take investment knowledge from me, for sure. Every single one of my investments blew up in my face this year.
3rd and 4 here for West.
So we're getting financial here.
Isaiah, first down. Able to take it up to the 35-yard line. Needed 4, got 5. It'll move the sticks.
Great job by Isaiah Sui right there. And that's what you need from your quarterback. If you do go down, he'll bring you back up. He'll say, it's okay. 14 points, we can overcome that. And he's done a great job. This has been a great learning lesson, and we've learned a lot about both of these teams.
Yeah.
They are both ferocious, they're both gritty, and they're both fun to watch.
1st and 10. They can take another 2 minutes off here. Isaiah handing off. Kelvin with another lane through the middle. Malapai upended at the 14-yard line. First down West.
Malapai sitting there. He's like, I could get the touchdown. It may be more effective for me to get tackled here. He had options. He had lanes, but he made the right choice. Great run. Great response right here. And good job bleeding the clock.
This is why I was counting the Malapai horn in the first half. I was like, run, Kelvin, run, Kelvin. They've saved something in him for the second half, and he's helped to bleed this game out for West.
Yeah, sometimes you got to score. Sometimes you got to use the clock management.
If you're Alta, do you play the game of trying to let them score just to get the offense back on the field, or with 3 minutes left, is it kind of a moot point?
Kind of a moot point at this point, but Alta's taking their timeouts now, it looks.
Yeah. Yeah, first timeout taken here by Alta. And so, look, you're kind of running out of other options here in some regard. Been an impressive game from West tonight. Trailed 20-6. They lose their kicker right before half. Looked to be a leg injury. Really impressed with the bounce back tonight. And I don't know what was the motivating factor, but you think about that roughing the kicker penalty gives them first and goal. They score with 5 seconds to go. They come out, get the ball in the second half. It's just been a different tide.
Yeah, there was great response there from this entire team. And only giving up 7 points in the second half is amazing. West, they did get 20 points the first half. They did get 20 points the second half. But Alta didn't come out as strong the second half.
Yeah, and really that West defense, they found another level in the second half as well.
The thing that's killed me is with the center exchange. That left 14 points up off the board as well.
It's a big storyline in the game tonight. Second down, it's Malapei again, up the middle, touchdown West. Malapei in the end zone.
Great job by Malapei. He was getting up there. The whole crowd is invigorated. All the players are invigorated as well. It is fun to see this type of football and what's going on. Now let's see. Are they going to go for 1, 2?
Go for 1. Never mind, go for 2. Third rushing touchdown for Kelvin tonight.
Because if they go for 2, let's see. I have to do lots of math right here.
Carry the 6.
Yeah,
by 4.
You go for 2.
Make it a 21-point game.
Yep. Man, you did that math so fast.
I didn't even need a calculator for that one. We're up here with the mental 10 key doing decimals and all sorts of stuff.
I was doing some fraction and some denominators over here, and I'm like, man, carry the 5.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Is that a timeout by Alta or West?
I think it was a West timeout.
Okay.
Yep. West taking the timeout. Recognize if they're going to go for 2, they want to convert it, right? Get it back to 21.
Yeah. Everything's working out in their favor tonight.
Want to remind you, we've got every West game available for you right here on KSLSports.com. Want to thank all of our sponsors that make that happen. NCP Payments, as well as Athletic Republic Training. Great support here at West. We talk about a great crowd here tonight on hand for this one on homecoming week. And look, I mean, coming up, West, they've got another out-of-state matchup going to take it on St. Francis. I think that game is here. Should be a good one. We'll have that for you here, but love to see this program playing out-of-state competition, trying to go up, represent the state. We'll see if they can even up their out-of-state record is on the 2-point try. They will run it, and they will not get it as Alta was prepared for the run and shuts it down.
Yeah, Utah does historically pretty well against out-of-state. Lone Peak won tonight going into Arizona.
Yeah, taking on Highland.
Yep. Highland did not get the best of Lone Peak. Lone Peak had a pick 6. They had some good stuff going on. So congratulations to the Knights representing the state extremely well.
Of course, American Fork, who defeated West. We were here for that game. They went up, took care of Rigby in Idaho, who's one of the top programs up there. Lehigh also took care of Rigby a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, Utah's had their opportunity to go nearby, take care of competition. Still some room to be with the Bishop Gormans of the world, but let's be honest, most programs say that, right?
Yeah. I mean, if Utah recruited like Bishop Gorman, we could do that.
We're working on it. Just give us a couple more years. We'll get there.
I think we'll develop. We don't need to recruit
you don't like that? Come on. No?
I don't believe in recruiting in high school.
Yeah, who does? So West here to kick off. 2:53 left to go here in regulation.
Yeah, and I was counting the guys. I'm like, is that one too many? But, yeah. No, this big kickoff, and who knows if the wind is with them or against them, to be honest with you.
It's a guess.
Your guess is as good as ours.
And this one going to be out of play.
Out of bounds.
I'm actually kind of hoping one of these days I get a kick into the building. Wouldn't that be kind of fun?
Into the building?
Into the building.
That would be a horrendous kick. I remember when I was learning to punt in college, the punt came off my foot a little bit wrong, and it hit a car and broke their windshield. I got a call from Tom Homo later that day, and he said, we have insurance, but you need to figure out how to punt. I'm like, that's the plan. That's why I'm out here trying to figure it out.
Hey, you guys are the ones who convinced me to come play here, so,
yeah,
you know.
So, Tom Homo, great dude.
That's awesome. That's a great story.
Yeah, kind of. Never fun having the athletic director. What were you doing?
Oh, man. Alta starting at their own 35 after the kickoff out of bounds.
Now, Alta's, they're not doing 5 wide. They're going to have to isolate one of their receivers and win a one-on-one battle, and I think it's going to be at the top of your screen. Number 4, Abe Hager.
Yeah, back on the field. Boy, quick pressure and force that throw to be, well, gotten rid of quickly. There's a pressure there by Tui Tupo, able to force that out of the hand of Kepa quickly.
Yeah, with this team, I mean, Alta, it's fine if you drop the ball, but you've got to be getting those first downs. You've got to do what you can.
Second down.
I really have been impressed with this sophomore. He's a great player.
Yeah. Kepa, that ball, boy, that's a tough throw. Was trying to get that across to Yeager, incomplete. Here's the thing, we talked about it. We talked with the staff before the game, said, yeah, we're going to roll with a youngster tonight. I was surprised by that. Had a great first half. It looked like West maybe wasn't expecting that. Second half, it's looked like a different story.
Yeah, Matt McKee coming in last year in the playoffs, he surprised everyone.
Yeah.
And I have been pleasantly surprised. Alta just is stashing quarterbacks left and right, apparently. And they're all young, and they're all pretty good as well.
Third down. Pressure coming. Kepa has to get rid of it quickly. Yeager can't bring it down. Incomplete. It's been the pressure that West has brought.
Yeah. Fourth down, and Alta doesn't have all their timeouts left either. So this could be the ball game, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, you're in miracle mode right now, right? But not out of the realm.
No, it's not even close to out of the realm.
But you don't convert here, it's out of the realm.
Basically. Yeah. Then it's real miracle mode.
Fourth and ball game. Pressure on Kepa. Steps around it, looking over the middle. I think that was short. Yep, incomplete. So the West defense gets another 4 and out, their third of the second half. And the offense will come back on the field with a chance to,
they got to get a first down.
Kickoff region with a 2-0 start.
Impressive, especially in this region.
You talk about their region opener last week against Olympus. They had to come from behind. Tonight, haven't come from behind. And that was multiple possessions. I think it was 18-3, 18-6. West had to come back. They were down in this one 20-6. There's some resiliency with this group.
I think you're going to be seeing a heavy dose of number Quattro coming up here in the next little bit.
That's probably a pretty good venture. Kelvin slicing, dicing, picking up 7.
The coaches are like, don't get a first down first time around, please.
Buy us a little bit of yardage in time, would you?
Yeah.
He's been a gasher tonight.
Yeah.
Whenever he's had the rock, it's been at least 6. He's reeled off 40.
Real impressive, and he's pushing out the other running back. He's like, I've got it. Don't worry about me.
Malapei, one of the seniors on this roster.
He's like, I've worked too hard over these last 4 years, because 4 years ago, West was an afterthought.
Yeah, you talk about the job Coach Solovey has done here. And Malapei. Oh, my goodness. Malapei able to get through the traffic. I thought he was wrapped up. Well, he's got it wrapped up. Another rushing touchdown for Malapei.
That was a phenomenal run. Great job. Alta didn't quite wrap him up, and he was so excited. He threw the ball into the soccer goal after the fact as well. But great job by Malapei. It's going to be a PAT, but it's going to be a PAT with a 15-yard penalty after that run. Great job right there. Scoring touchdowns and soccer goals all in the same run.
I was getting ready to mention, I mean, you talk about the job that Coach Solovey has done building this program. You talk about the afterthought. It's a program that had like one winning season in the prior 20-plus years, and now that's becoming a thing of regularity. And it's a program that's ready to win region championships and advanced in state playoffs and semifinals. And it's got a foundation in place.
Yeah, the game with them against Brighton is going to be interesting. Against East is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, that is going to be.
We may be calling a game or two more of West High football.
We might be.
Because Solovey from the Brandon Mattich tree.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you talk about a lot of the greats that went through that East program. Jalen Warren, I mean, he was there. Big part of those staffs that made that team so dominant as that point after good. 53-27. How about the offensive outburst from a team that was stuck on 6 points through the first 18 minutes of the game tonight?
Yeah, they figured out what they need to do. They figured out the size. And they're not going to be going against lines as big as Alta's in the future as well. When they play Brighton, Brighton can put up points for sure. But West can run the ball as well.
Well, and here's the thing that you got to respect about this program. You know, you think of Coach Solovey and the offense that East ran, all that option, right? This is a very different offense. It can spread you out, but it can run the football. Like you said, Moose, it's very balanced. There's a lot of weapons, and it starts with the physicality up front. This is a really sound football team.
Absolutely, and it's nice to have a balanced attack. When Solovey was at East, you had 5 basically Division I offensive linemen. You had Junior Angulau leading the way. Paul Miley, who's still playing. Junior Angulau is at Oregon right now. Paul Miley is at BYU. You had dudes, and they put up points.
You also had a 3,000-yard rusher who's in the NFL right now.
Didn't have a lot of speed apparently.
Yeah.
Word on the street is
that's what the pros said. Us amateurs knew better, but another procedure penalty here.
Yeah, here's the thing. Jalen Warren was doing all of that on a torn hamstring, which is why he didn't have a lot of speed.
Here's the thing. I saw him run away from a 4-star safety, so you can talk about speed all you want, but when it's on the field, that dude had speed. I just saw it.
You saw it?
I saw it.
Wow.
I will tout Jalen Warren till the day I die. Like, that kid was something else.
Jalen Warren was pretty good. Still is pretty good.
Moose, we've had a good night. Don't go there, man. Come on.
No, I absolutely love Jalen Warren.
I love Jalen Warren.
I am not taking the opposition on that one.
3,099 yards rushing for him that year.
One more. It could have been a magical season.
We'll get to one more little fun fact. Throwback here. Looking for that tight end. Has some blocking. And upended, but that's a nice run after the catch there by Wyatt Johnson, who's had a big game tonight. Here's the other thing for Jalen Warren. For those of you who want to say, well, it was the line and it was you. He ran for 250 at De La Salle.
Yeah.
So
Jalen Warren, when I was coaching at Snow, was also our featured running back.
Yeah.
He's a very good running back.
Very good running back.
Very good person.
Love that kid. Nice miss. Weber taking this down to the 21. No give up here in Alta.
Taimani's on the ground.
Yeah, he's down. Looks like he might be having some cramping issues as well. Come out and take a look here at Brown. Talk about Alta. It was a team that, the way they started the year, big offensive outputs. They fall last week to East. The offense looked better today. Starting region 0-2. What do you expect the bounce back?
Well, here's the thing. Alta's going to make the playoffs. Winning region's all fine and dandy and good. I remember when I won region at Alta, no one cared. They're like, that's not why we're here. That's not what we're doing. We're winning region to set us up to win state.
And back then, winning region meant more because you had a higher seed. There's a lot of things that went into that, right?
Sure. But you could be all region. No one cared. It's like be all state or be nothing at this point. So when you go through region, you got to use it as a springboard into what you're going to do. And meeting Alta in the playoffs is scary as all get out. We saw Orem last year met Alta, and it was almost disastrous, and Orem was making it to the turf. So Alta's going to have a great time. They're still a great squad. They're going to get it together. They were just a couple plays away from turning this game into something different as well.
I mentioned Brown able to walk off the field. Good to see. As this is Weber again, tackled out of bounds.
Alta's doing great on this final drive.
Yeah.
Getting up the field. They may be able to get to 35 pretty quick here.
Well, some of it is that ball's coming out quicker, right? You talked about some of what they were running earlier. Everything was down the field, 10, 15 yards. That takes time to get there. If you can get the ball out quickly, and with the pass rush.
With an aggressive West defense, you may not have the time to get 10, 15 yards.
Right. That pass incomplete, just a touch behind the intended target.
Yeah, the rule of thumb used to be if it hits your hands, it better be a catch. Doesn't matter if it's in front of, behind, whatever. But once again, really impressed with this quarterback.
Yeah.
He may have had some throws that he said, I may want to have that one back, but overall, poised, great player.
First start tonight, played the duration of the game against a really tough physical team. Like the run that we see here from Lonis, but
getting the first down.
Timeout taken here by Alta. They do want points here to take something out from this game. I feel like they had it right in the grasp.
Yeah, just slipping through the fingers. But good game, honestly.
Great game. Great game. We talked about next up for West. Meanwhile, next up for Alta, they got to take on Highland. So stay in region play, the Hawks will. See if they can secure their first region win in that matchup with the Rams next week.
Might be a bit of a rivalry game over there. They've got Seth Brown, who's really good at Highland. And the starting quarterback the last 3 years, Bazij Maele, is at Alta now.
Yeah.
So that may not be a warm welcome.
It may not be. Of course, I want to remind you, you can check out KSLSports.com every week. Get your KSL Sports Top 25 ranking. You can also see our top plays. And, of course, our weekly rewind show to catch up on all the happenings on Friday nights throughout the state. Only on KSLSports.com. Kepa looking, end zone, has a man wide open, but just overthrew him. Incomplete.
That was a college throw right there, and that was a high school route. Sometimes those don't match up. Bless the heart, the receiver there was turned around, and he should have been sprinting to the pylon in the back end of the end zone.
What'd you learn about Alta tonight, Moose?
I learned that they're pretty gritty. I've learned that they've got a great quarterback. I've learned that they spread the ball around, and I've learned that Lenny Lapuaho continues to be one of my favorite players in the whole state.
Big and physical. Kepa has a route over the middle, not nearly intercepted as he was looking that time for Asher Merrill. Just sounded a little high.
I've learned that Alta is 1 or 2 plays away from winning this game, too.
Yeah.
And you can almost say that in every football game.
Sure.
I'm not trying to be coy or anything like that, but they really are. They've got a great squad, great coaching staff. I think there's a lot of good things that Alta has, and they can build upon this game.
Be a 3rd and goal here for the Hawks. Kepa, pressure around the edge. Stepping up there, just nowhere to go. This West defense continues to fly around.
What Kepa did that was really good right there is actually throwing the ball and keeping time on the clock if they do score here for an onside kick.
Alta put up 20 points in the first 14 minutes of this game. West is trying to only allow 7 since that point if they can get a 4th down stop here.
Big play right here, and they've got, oh.
They got him to jump. Now that's no first down. It was 4th and goal. but it will move at half the distance. Does that change the play call here, Moose?
Probably not, honestly, but we'll see.
Fake 23 blast with the backside George reverse, right?
Oh, man, neither of these teams are from Alabama or whatever. Where was that? South Carolina?
I was thinking Virginia.
Virginia. That would make sense. Gosh dang it. Remember the Titans, if anyone's wondering that reference.
It's been a while since I've watched that, so I could be wrong. Coach Boone.
Coach Boone. Hayden Panettiere. That was a heart throb for my generation for sure. She did a great job in that film. I was super young when that came out.
Yeah, you were.
My goodness.
4th down. Alta looking for points. West looking to keep the feel good for the defense. Is that ball off the target? And they get their 4th turnover on downs of this second half.
Turnover on downs is almost better than a punt. It's better than a field goal, but that will do it for the game, I believe.
So West will get the ball. They'll take over inside their own 5, take a knee, and that will do it.
Man.
All right, ask you what you learned about Alta. What'd you learn about West tonight, Moose?
I have learned that their record does not reflect who they are. My goodness gracious. They've done a great job, and even when they have players go down, they still come and perform. They are gritty, they are fun, and they reflect who their head coach is a lot. There's a great appreciation for Junior Solovey here, and I appreciate him too. He's doing a phenomenal job here at West in restoring the roar.
It's back. You heard the roar tonight. As what a statement win. They take the knee. That will do it. West will improve to 2-0 in region play. A 53-27 win over the Alta Hawks. Moose, your final thoughts and a selection of our player of the game.
Just really impressed with both teams. My player of the game goes to Isaiah Sui because the quarterback led him back from 6-20 to end up winning 53-27.
Isaiah Sui. You think about when Pan went down with that injury, it was Sui running. What a night he had tonight, leading West to victory. We want to thank you for joining us here on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, and of course West High Football on the Rewind Sports Network. As West with the win for Tino Psyche, Moose Bingham. My name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week and every week through the rest of the year for West High Football here on the Rewind Sports Network.